Panginoong Diyos, sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pakikipagdigma namin laban sa COVID-19 pandemic, ay dumudulog kami sa iyo para sa iyong mabathalang pagpapala sa mga bayaning nangunguna sa amin sa labang ito. Ang mga doktor, nurse, at iba pang medical professionals. Ang mga siyentipiko at iba pang dalubhasa sa larangan ng kalusugan. Ang mga opisyal at kawani ng pamahalaan, kasama na ang mga sundalo at mga pulis. Ang mga media practitioners. Ang mga manggagawa sa sektor ng pagkain. Ang mga manggagawa sa simbahan. At mga driver, gwardya at janitor. Sa tapang, katapatan at husay nila sa pagganap ng kanilang tungkulin sa paglaban sa COVID-19 pandemic, gantimpalaan mo po sila ng biyaya ng inyong pagsanggalang laban sa anumang kapahamakan at biyaya ng patnubay sa kanilang paglilingkod. Sa hirap ng katawan at isip na kanilang dinaranas dahil sa mga kakulangan at kahinaan ng sistemang pangkalusugan sa aming bansa, biyayaan mo po sila ng ginhawang madarama nila sa kanilang puso, ang ginhawang mula sa katotohanan dahil sa kanila ay nasasagip mula sa kamatayan marami. Sa pagsasakripisyo nila ng panahon at pagkakataon na makapiling, mayakap at mapangalagaan ng kanilang pamilya para makapaglingkod sa lipunan at sa mga biktima ng COVID-19, pagkalooban mo po sila ng biyaya ng pangangalaga sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay laban sa virus na kanila ring nilalabanan para sa iba. Sa hindi marapat at hindi makatarungang diskriminasyon na nararanasan ng marami sa kanila, pagkalooban mo po sila ng biyaya ng pangunawa sa kahinaan at kamalian ng iba at ng biyaya ng tibay ng loob na patuloy na maglingkod sa kabila nito at iba pang pagsubok. At sa marami sa kanila na nagbuwis ng buhay dahil sa pakikipaglaban sa COVID-19 pandemic, kupkupin mo po sila sa iyong kaharian at pawiin ang lungkot at pangungulila ng kanilang mga pamilya at kaibigan. Panginoong Diyos, basbasan mo ang mga COVID-19 frontliners upang hindi lamang sila patuloy na manguna sa amin sa pagsubok na ito, kung hindi patuloy rin silang maging huwaran namin sa pagiging bayani para sa iba at sa aming bayan. Gawaran mo po, Panginoong Diyos, ng iyong mabathalang pagpapala ang mga anak mong COVID-19 frontliners dahil sila ay tunay na daluyan ng iyong pagkalinga at pagmamahal sa amin. Amen.
Manatili po tayong nakatayo para sa ating pamasanan.
Mr. Chairman,
Vice Chairman Congressman Alvarado.
Mr. Chairman, I respectfully move to dispense with the calling of the roll.
There is a motion to dispense with the calling of the roll. There being no objection, motion is carried. To all our guests here in Zoom, sa lahat ng aking mga kasama sa Kongreso, gusto ko lang pong kilalanin ang mga kasama natin na magtatanong at magsasalita. Mamaya, andyan po si Deputy Speaker Sabeliano, Congressman Barbers, Congressman Janet Garin, Representative Sara Ilago, Congressman Eric Pineda, of course, our Majority Floor Leader, Martine Romualdez, and Congressman Fortun. Ito po'y pagpapatuloy ng ating huling pag-uusap tungkol sa mga OFWs natin na stranded sa maraming bansa sa buong kamunduhan. More or less, we have about 167,000 ang mga stranded po nating mga kababayan. At natutuwa naman po tayo na nung una tayong magkaroon ng hearing ukol dito, dahil nung una maraming pagtatanong, ano ba nangyari, naiklaro po natin na ang Department of Foreign Affairs ay patuloy na itinutulak yung repatriation ng ating mga kababayan, na ang Department of Labor patuloy ang kanilang pag-asikaso at pagsasaayos ng pag-uwi ng ating mga kababayan. Ang naging problema talaga natin is yung kaap. In particular, yung IATF policy, yun ang sinasabi ng kaap, na sana mabigyan natin ng linaw ngayong hapon, na ayaw paliparin ang mga airlines pauwi dito sa ating bansa. Marami sa ating mga kababayan ang may ticket na. Marami sa ating mga kababayan ang nagbayad na para sila'y makauwi sa ating bansa, pero dahil nga dito sa pangyayari, sa pandemya ng COVID, ay hindi sila makauwi sa ating bansa. Ngunit, meron po tayong nakikitang solusyon, at ito na rin po binanggit ang DFA at ng DOLE, na kung papadamihin lang at papayagan lang ang mga eroplano, in particular yung po mga eroplano galing Middle East, ay yung mga kababayan natin ay makakauwi dito. Ang panawagan ni Speaker Alan Cayetano dito po sa hearing na to ay ayusin natin hindi lamang ang pag-uwi ng ating mga kababayan. Kung hindi, bagkus ayusin din natin yung pagtrato sa kanila pagdating dito po, kasi kailangan siyempre dyan magkaroon ng testing, saan sila lulugar, saan sila titira, ano ang kanilang pagkain. Magmula po doon, paano naman sila iuwi sa kanilang mga probinsya o sa kanilang mga pamilya. At matapos po makauwi sila, ano naman ang pwedeng maitulong ng gobyerno at may bahagi sa kanila upang sa ganoon ay magkaroon sila ng kabuhayan. Dahil nakita nga na po natin, nawalan sila ng trabaho sa ibang bansa, na-stranded sila sa kanilang pag-uwi, kailangan sila matulungan din ng ating gobyerno. Siguro ho, malaki din pag-uusap dito, and they will give us the updates and reports, pero tulungan din po natin yung mga ahensya natin. For example, DFA, under the Department of Labor, ang OWA, nang sa ganoon magkaroon ng sapat na pondo, nang sa ganoon magkaroon ng sapat na alalay sa pag-uwi at maging sa pagtulong na maibalik sila sa kanilang pamilya at magkaroon sila ng kabuhayan. So, having said that, we will now proceed, Vice Chairman Alvarado, I will just order the Comsec to recognize our resource persons, and from there, the Honorable Congressman Alvarado will also make a short presentation on the matter. So, Comsec, please recognize our resource persons.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. For today's public hearing, we have the following resource persons joining us via the Zoom video conference platform. From the OF Bank, we have Valdez. From OWA, we have Roel Martine. From CAAP, we have Attorney Roberto Martin Buenaventura. From Testa, we have Rosana Ordinator. Also from Testa, we have Marisa Legazpi and Charlene Batty. From the Philippine Coast Guard, we have Lidia Latorre. From the Manila International Airport Authority, we have General Manager Edmond Rial. From the Department of Trade and Industry, we have Director Emma Susanoo, Director Elisa Opene, Director Chief Susan Salonga, and that's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Comsec, and welcome to our resource persons. So before we start, may I recognize the Honorable Alvarado, Vice Chairman of the Committee on Public Accounts. Vice Chairman Alvarado is recognized.
Maraming salamat, Chairman Mike Defensor. Sa lahat po ng mga miyembro ng committee ito, at siyempre sa ating minamahal Speaker Alan Cayetano, sa ating mga guest ngayong araw na ito, lalong-lalo na sa mga DFA na bago pa man po mag-alauna ay nandito na, sa kay Yusek Sara at sa kanyang staff. Sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan na nanonood, mga nagmamahal sa mga OFW, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Alam niyo po nung nakaraang hearing ay napag-usapan natin na daan-daang libong OFW ang na-stranded sa iba't ibang bansa, lalong-lalo na sa Middle East. May mga Pilipino na na-stranded sa bansang Vietnam, meron sa Hong Kong, pero talaga ang concentration ay nandyan sa UAE, sa Jeddah, sa Dubai, sa Kuwait, sa Saudi. At ilan po sa ating mga minamahal na OFW, hindi lang mga taga Bulacan, pati po kasama na lahat mga OFW sa bansang Pilipinas, ay nauna pong lumapit o humingi ng tulong sa Facebook page po ng inyong Kong Kuya Jose Antonio R.C. Alvarado. At ang 11 po sa kanila, yung una pong 11 na nag-comment o yung nagbigay ng kanilang buong pangalan, address, contact number, ay naipasa po natin sa DFA noong June 26, yung una po natin na hearing mismo. At kami naman po ay nagpapasalamat sa DFA kasi lahat po nung 11 na kauna-unahan na nagpasa ng paghihingi ng tulong, lahat ay natawagan na ng DFA. At kinausap po namin muli yung 11 tao na to. Sabi po nila, opo, kami po ay natawagan na ng DFA, siyempre through the efforts of Yusek Sara Ariola at siyempre ng kanilang DFA Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin. Kasama na po lahat ng mga ambassador na tumutulong po sa ating mga kababayan. Out of 11 po, mula po doon sa 11, 2 po ang nagsabi na natulungan sila ng DFA upang magkaroon ng ticket. At yun naman pong susunod, kasi nga po naipasa natin sa DFA, marami pang susunod, mas marami po yung naibigay natin na listahan sa DFA. 44 na po yata yung susunod at mukhang mas marami pa yung susunod, Yusek Sara. Sana po ay wag po kayo mapagod sa pagtulong sa ating mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na yung mga hirap na sa pagkaka-stranded po nila. At si Arnie Cruz tsaka si John Lester Dimano, sila po yung nagsabi sa amin na si Arnie Cruz may ticket na nabigyan na ng DFA, July 17 yung schedule niya ng pag-uwi. At si John Lester Dimano naman, ang schedule niya ng pag-uwi ay July 24 na. Maraming salamat po, DFA. Alam po natin na daan-daan libo po yung ating mga minamahal na OFW. At sabi po ni Yusek Sara sa akin, bago magsimula yung briefing po natin ngayong araw na ito, ay bago yata matapos itong buwan na to ay 100,000 ang target po ninyo na maipauwi. At sana po ay magkatotoo. Yun nga lang po, may nalaman po ang inyong Kuya Jonathan na bagong kinakaharap na problema ng ating mga kababayan na OFW, lalong-lalo na yung mga nandoon sa United Arab Emirates. Ano po? Dahil ang sabi po ng ilan sa mga nag-comment po sa page ng inyong Kuya Jonathan si Alvarado, ay nagbago daw po ang bansang UAE sa kanilang policy, sa kanilang visa. Ang karamihan daw po ng ating mga kababayan ay mapapatawan ng overstaying fees dahil sa bagong polisiya na ito. At kahit may ticket na sila para makauwi, hindi daw sila makakalabas ng UAE kung hindi mababayaran. Yung parang fine yata yun dahil nag-overstaying. Pero ako naman po naniniwala na sila ay nakapag-overstaying lamang dahil nagkaproblema sa COVID. At kung hindi naman nagkaproblema sa COVID, sana ay yung iba ay agad nang makakauwi. Yusek Sara, o sa ating mga kasama po sa DFA, alam na po ba natin yung issue po na ito sa pagpapalit po ng polisiya ng UAE? At ano po ba yung mga hakbang na maaaring gawin ng ating pamahalaan upang po matulungan yung ating mga kababayan na sabi nga ay mapapatawan na naman ng panibagong fees sa bansang iyan?
Yusek Sara.
Mr. Chair, good afternoon. Deputy Speaker C. Alvarado, good afternoon, and the other honorable members of Congress. Actually, sir, we talked to our post in UAE, and they said they canceled because originally they could stay until December, and then the policy was canceled. What we usually do for this is we also pay for the overstaying fees, just for us to be able to help our kababayans. Ang challenge lang po dito, kasi yung pera sa repatriation, napupunta rin sa fines. Pero kasi wala po talaga tayo magagawa dahil policy po yan ng country of destination. Ang kailangan lang po nilang gawin, ipagbigay alam sa embahada. We have an embassy po sa Abu Dhabi at may konsulado tayo sa Dubai. Kasi po ang pinaka-kailangan mangyari is mapauwi po sila as fast as we can. Although medyo nalulungkot po kami kasi malaking tulong na po yung extension eh. Pero ngayon dahil may fees pa, yung depleted nating resources mas lalong madideplete. Pero wag po silang mag-alala, hanggang sa kahuli-hulihan pong sentimo na meron ng DFA, gagamitin po natin to repatriate everyone, sir.
Mr. Chair, maaari po bang makiusap ang DFA na yung unang usapan na lang na pinagbigyan yung ating mga kababayan hanggang December ay hindi magcha-charge yung UAE ng fee, maaari po ba nating maipilit po yung unang usapan na ito, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, we'll do our best to make representations with the host country. I don't really know the reason for the change in policy midway because it has added to the sufferings of our people. But ayaw na man natin na pag-isipan pa to ng ating mga kababayan dahil nahihirapan na po sila. Pero gagawin po natin lahat ng ating makakaya. Basta mas ang pinakamahalaga po ngayon, mapauwi po sila. Kaya po yung may mga tickets na malapit na at may fines sila, kailangan po makipag-ugnayan sila sa ating consulate tsaka sa ating embassy para po mapaghandaan po namin yung pagbabayad dun sa overstaying fees. Kasi ano po siya talaga, mahirap po yung on the day itself eh. Baka hindi po talaga namin kayanin yun. So kailangan po at least 1 week ahead or kung pwede kung 1 month ahead kung kakayanin po nila. Kasi ang priority po natin ngayon, maiuwi po sila. Because the longer they stay there, the bigger the problem would be, sir.
Mr. Chairman, napakalapit po ng mga OFW sa ating minamahal na Speaker Alan Cayetano. At sa katunayan, si Speaker Alan po ay dating sekretary ng DFA. At ang atin po mga kababayan na OFW, sabi nga natin, mga bayani ng bayan. Pero ngayon ay nahihirapan. Alam ko naman po na ginagawa ng DFA, lalong-lalo na ni Yusek Sara Ariola, ang lahat ng magagawa nito para sa ating mga kababayan. Ilalagay ko na lamang po ang aking panawagan sa ating mga kasamang OFW, sa ating mga kapatid na OFW na nasa UAE. Narinig nyo na po yung sinabi ng DFA na kung maaari, kahit po kayo ay may ticket na, makipag-ugnayan pa rin kayo sa embahada ng Pilipinas sa Abu Dhabi. Para po kung sakali man na kayo ay may overstaying fine, malayo pa lamang po ang schedule ninyo sa pagbalik sa Pilipinas, ay matulungan na kayo kaagad ng ating embahada ng DFA sa Abu Dhabi. Sapagkat kung sa araw na mismo na kayo ay aalis ay malalaman nyo na kayo pala ay may problema at hindi nyo mababayaran agad, mahihirapan daw po ani Yusek Ariola na matulungan pa kayo ng DFA kung mismong sa araw na iyon kayo lalapit. Sana po sa ating mga kababayan na OFW, maging maaga po tayo. At ako naman po ay naniniwala pag sinabi po ni Yusek Ariola na pipilitin ng DFA na tutulong. Talaga naman pong kilala ko po ang puso nito mga taong ito. Nasubukan na po natin at nakailang lapit na po tayo sa ating mga kababayan para sa mas mabilis at maayos na pagpapauwi ay nabibigyan po ng solusyon ng DFA. Maraming salamat po DFA. Alam ko po mahaba pa yung laban para po mapauwi lahat ng ating mga kababayan. Ngunit buo po ang suporta ng committee ito sa DFA at sa mga ahensya na tumutulong sa ating mga kapatid na OFW. Maraming salamat Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat Ma'am Ariola.
Maraming salamat kay kagalang-galang kinatawan John Kuya Alvarado. Gusto ko lang po kilalanin ang kinatawan din po ng ating senior citizens na maraming din pong mga concerns sa OFWs natin. Congressman Jun Datol, nandito po sa atin sa plenaryo, hindi po nawawala yan. At kasama rin po natin na pumasok sa Zoom si Congresswoman Dr. Marisa Nagano. And so with that, maybe we can start with the DFA presentation para update din yung ating mga kasama sa Zoom. The Honorable Yusek Ariola is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, honorable representatives. These are the updates of the Department of Foreign Affairs. We have an increase in the affected overseas Filipinos infected by COVID-19. We have a slide. As of July 13, 2020, we have 8,869. Majority of whom come from the Middle East, 6,429 are infected. 4,610 are in Qatar, and 191 in Saudi Arabia died already, Your Honors, and 14 in Qatar and 30 in Kuwait. For Europe, we have 1,053. We just want to flag the issue that we have in Europe, because in the UK alone there are 590 who are infected from the UK. Majority of whom are frontliners, are nurses. 57 of them died are from the UK, and 359 are active cases are also in the United Kingdom. We'll be talking through our town hall with our Filipinos in the United Kingdom, because 20% of the overall deaths in the UK are Filipino frontliners. So we are quite alarmed, because our people in the UK are not only being infected but also are dying in the process. Next slide, please. The DFA facilitated repatriations as of July 13. We're very happy to say that we already had 82,057 from 60 countries and 132 cruise ships. 38,308 are sea-based and 43,749 are land-based. We're just very happy to inform the Congress that from our last hearing, we already had an increase of 25,777, and we'd like to thank the chair and the members of Congress for asking CAAP to increase, and the IATF to increase the number of people who can enter the Philippines.
Can you show that? Yeah, this is the slide, no? The
Yes,
next
sir.
slide, please. Ito na po yan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so 15,000, 25,000 repatriates na po.
Yes, sir. That's the increase from our last hearing, Your
Very
Honor.
good. Thank you, Yusek.
So that's why we're very thankful, and majority came from the Middle East, because that's the hardest hit sub-region sa ating mga Pilipino po. So nagpapasalamat po kaming muli sa Kongreso at of course sa IATF at sa CAAP po. For the July repatriations, we just like to show that sa UAE po, 53 flights po yung papasok. Napag-usapan po kasi nung nakaraang hearing na marami po sa ating mga kababayan may mga tickets na. So napapayag po natin ang CAAP na magpapasok po ng 53 flights. Ang kagandahan po nito, marami po dito ang self-paid. We're just facilitating the entry of the flights to the Philippines.
Yusek, if I may just ask you a question. Marami
sir.
po kasing sumulat sa akin din sa through social media.
Opo.
Marami po sa kanila, Cebu Pacific, Gulf Air, PAL. I will give you the list. Ito
Yes,
po yung
sir.
mga sumulat sa akin sa page namin because we were asking them. Oman Air, Qatar Airways. Kasi po itong PAL, yung iba ho, alam ko galing sa Middle East. Paano ho yung mga taga-PAL at Cebu Pacific at Cathay Pacific?
Sir, nakakapasok din po yung mga eroplanong yun, except for in the case of Qatar. Yung PAL po kasi, hindi siya pinapayagan na mag-commercial flight unless it's a repatriation flight. Medyo mahal daw po yung Qatar Airways. So, yun po yung reklamo ng ating mga kababayan. So,
Oo nga.
kailangan, we already have one repatriation flight and we are through PAL and we are working on 2 more sa Qatar. Kasi karamihan po sa kanila, PAL ticket holders. However, we have not been granted. We've been making representations we have not been allowed to bring in our commercial flights. So, back and forth. Although we allowed already Qatar Airways to have a number of flights in the Philippines, yung ibang kababayan po natin, sinasabi nila, hindi kaya ng mga employers nila na bumili ng ticket for Qatar. And their tickets, yung binigay sa kanilang pera, only good for PAL. Since hindi tayo makapag-commercial, so ang gagawin po natin, mag-ano talaga tayo, sir, mag-repat flight. Kasi po talaga, matindi po yung pangangailangan talaga ng ating mga kababayan. But we will continue to make representations with the government of Qatar, and we are hoping that they will heed our call because we have more than 4,000 stranded individuals in Qatar itself, Your Honor.
Ang PAL is okay po, no? It's Qatar that is expensive. Yung PAL is okay na to come in and we have airplanes there.
Sir, yung PAL po, ayaw po siyang, kasi yung policy naman po talaga ng Qatar ngayon, wala po talagang commercial flights na pinapapasok labas. Although yung flag carrier nila, yung Qatar Air, yun po yung pwedeng lumipad. So, ang pinapayagan lang nila, sir, repat flights. So, ayaw nila ng special flights, yung mga taong may ticket na. So, kailangan po ang mangyayari, ang gagawin po namin, mag-charter kami ng flights. Kasi kahit po anong pilit namin, kung marami na po talagang tao na stranded doon, tapos mas mahal po talaga doon sa airline nila. So,
Yusek, dalawang solusyon po. For Qatar Airways, you will make representations with the government na kung pwedeng payagan at kasi may tickets na rin po itong mga kababayan natin.
Sir Pal yung tickets nila. And they're saying that they were canceled. Their tickets were canceled and they cannot rebook with Qatar because the tickets are very, very expensive.
Sige po.
So far, ang nakikita po namin, mas makakamura po tayo kung mag-charter tayo ng PAL flights kaysa bumili po ng tickets doon sa isang airline.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
ano po ba dahilan kung bakit ayaw payagan ng bansa nila na magpalipad o magpabalik ng ating mga kababayan gamit po yung Philippine Airlines?
Ayaw po nila ng commercial flight ng ibang airline. Ang pinapayagan lang po nila chartered flights for repatriation.
Thank you. Please continue, Yusek.
Yes,
I will
sir.
give you the list, Yusek.
Yes, sir.
Marami po dito ay mga Qatar.
Yes, sir.
At talaga pong nananawagan sila. But please continue, Yusek.
Yes, sir. Narinig po din namin sila nung town hall. So, ang ginawa na lang po talaga namin, dahil ayaw talaga papasukin yung flag carrier natin commercially, we just have to charter flights to bring everyone home. And Saudi Arabia po, 42 flights with 5 DFA chartered flights. Ang estimated number of repats po natin, next slide, is 50,557. Yan po ang maipapasok natin this July. And of course, because
Congratulations.
pero sir, nagpapasalamat po kami sa inyo dahil if not for Congress, we will not be able to bring people, our OFWs home na ganito po yung numbers. Next slide please. As of last hearing, ang 167,626 po yung stranded. By the end of July, we can bring home 50,577. Ang estimated na maiiwan po is 117,049. We think that we can bring them home in a month and a half or in 2 months, but of course, that is, yung numbers na po yan will still increase because of if we do not find a vaccine. Since po talaga some people are really fighting it out in their places of destination na ayaw pa rin nila umuwi kasi gusto pa rin nilang subukan. Pero pag hindi po talaga kinaya, we are expecting a bigger number that will ask us to bring them home. Next slide, please. We just want to bring up our challenges, Your Honor. Next slide, please. We just want to say that the 1 billion Assistance to Nationals Fund of the DFA is now down to 232.9 million. So we have 23.2% remaining. That will be, I think, half of this will be used for the next 2 weeks, and by mid-August, we will not have funds anymore. Through the generosity of Secretary Locsin, he says that he is going to realign our budget for retrofitting, pero gusto rin po naming sabihin, yung building po namin sobrang luma na. In fact, our facade is falling, is not that stable anymore. So that's why we will ask, and magkukulang pa rin po yun because of the rate that we're repatriating. And gusto rin po namin i-bring up yung fact na ito po yung next slide, na yung utilization po namin talaga, ang spending namin nag-increase ng 72.5%. Because of the COVID-19. And we have additional challenges, Your Honors. Next slide, please. The foreign service posts and personnel are affected by COVID-19. Sa Riyadh po, Riyadh, the Philippine Embassy, very high-ranking DFA officials are already infected. So nahihirapan po kami, aside from the fact na ang daming pangangailangan, infected na rin po yung mga tao natin. Even our translators, because we have been going around dahil po dun sa shipment of remains. And also in Jeddah alone, we have wards po. 58 of them got infected. One died. He collapsed inside the comfort room and he was dead on arrival in the hospital. And 57 of the wards are infected. And we have to get new shelters, Your Honor, and new quarantine sites, and to have funding for testing, because our wards, our shelters all over the Middle East are not ready for this COVID pandemic. Some of them have to share beds. So because of the physical distancing, we have to get new facilities to be able to prevent the wards from infecting each other. Marami po nagrereklamo dahil may mga shelters daw na hindi tumatanggap ngayon. The reason for that is because natatakot sila na ma-infect ng mga bagong dating yung mga nasa loob. But at the same time, the need to have also parang a halfway house for those who are new wards, so that we would be able to facilitate the needs of our kababayan. So medyo mahirap po yun. And funding and testing for quarantine sites po ng post. And before I finish our presentation, we just like to say some good practices and the silver lining in this. The Speaker Cayetano, during his time as Secretary of Foreign Affairs, decided to help our kababayans in Bahrain to have flexi visas. Fortunately, those with flexi visas were given by Bahrain $238 each, pantawid po. So parang and nabubuhay sila ngayon kasi wala silang employer, they're freelance. So they can do odd jobs and they're surviving COVID-19. And we're also thanking the Kingdom of Bahrain dahil libre po sa kanila ang tubig at ilaw for the last 3 months. And it will be continued in the next 3 months to be able to help their citizens and their migrants. So they are also helping, they're treating their migrants in the same way that they're treating their citizens. So I think it's a silver lining in this pandemic that shows international assistance and cooperation. And lastly, we'd like to commend the Governor of Pampanga. We have a very short video. Sumasalubong na po sila sa airport. Meron po silang mga tao na sumasalubong sa kanilang mga constituents. Tapos hindi na po sila nag-undergo ng testing sa airport, and they test them in their RT-PCR testing sites in Pampanga. I think we are asking if the other local governments can do this, those that have the capacity. Malaki po siyang tulong sa national government, and we just like to commend them since July 7 po. Kasabay na po namin sila sa airports sa pagsalubong po sa ating mga kababayan. Maraming salamat po. It's only a 2 to 3 minute clip, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Yusek Sara. Well, first and foremost, we would like to send our regards, and the committee sends its commendation to the provincial government of Pampanga. I think, Yusek, itong mga ganitong gawain ng mga local governments and including the other countries who have treated their OFWs well, baka po dapat din magkaroon ng recognition at pasalamat tayo sa kanila. If you can send us the data on this, we can inform the Speaker, our majority floor leader, na magpasalamat din po tayo sa ibang bansa sa pagpapakita ng magandang pakikisama at pagtulong sa ating mga kababayan abroad. Pangalawa ho, congratulations po sa inyo dito po sa inyong programa. And Yusek, ikaklaro ko lang po, no? Balik lang po natin yung slide doon sa kanina. You committed 50,000 this month. So 50,000 po tayo this month. Pero may naiwan pa rin po tayong 117,000. So hopefully, June, July, by early August, tapos na po tayo. Hopefully.
Yes, Your Honor. Hopefully, I think by the end of August, that's 117,000. Yes, Your Honor. We can do that with the assistance of the other government agencies, Your Honor.
Opo. Kung maaari po siguro, ma'am, baka pwedeng magkaroon kayo ng isang page o isa pong platform kung pwedeng i-announce. Kasi ang nakukuha ko po parating balita, pupunta sila sa airport tapos canceled. Or tatawag sila tapos canceled. At least kung may announcement na, I'm sure may ginagawa silang announcement dun sa kanilang lugar, but I somehow may coordination tayo directly with the people concerned, not just with the respective embassies, although the embassies are doing their jobs, but katulad nga sa Riyadh, na bigla silang walang access, ano po yung magiging access ng ating mga kababayan para malaman yung impormasyon kung kailan yung flights nila?
Actually, Your Honor, all embassies and posts that allow Facebook to kasi meron pong mga post na bawal ang may countries na bawal ang Facebook. Naka-announce po 'yon sa kanilang mga Facebook pages. And I think one of the good practices now, which Riyadh is doing also in Jeddah, they're in close contact with their community leaders. Tapos tapos siya nagre-relay information. So sobra pong importante ngayon ng social media para po mag-disseminate tayo ng information. And of course, the DFA has OFW Help. It's a Facebook page. We also give announcements there, Your Honor. We just also I would like to take this opportunity na sabihan din po yung ating mga kababayan na pag naman po sana silang masyadong magalit dun sa mga embahada at saka konsulado na hindi po makasagot ng telepono, tsaka hindi makasagot. Kung hindi po, meron po kaming sariling OFW Help is 24/7 na meron po talagang it's supposed to support our posts. Kasi
Opo.
po medyo overwhelmed na po yung mga tao natin. At very limited din po yung number ng mga diplomats natin sa post. Kaya medyo nahihirapan din po sila na sumagot. Pero kami po, meron po kaming mga hotlines at meron din po kaming Facebook page na pwede nilang puntahan directly.
Sige po. So pag-summarize lang po dun sa binanggit ng DFA, magmula po nung ating June 26 hearing, nanawagan po tayo sa CAAP, kasama po natin ang ating buting Speaker Alan Cayetano. 53 flights na po ang pinayagan. From the UAE, from Qatar, 21 flights with 3 DFA chartered flights. From Saudi Arabia, 42 flights with 5 DFA chartered flights. Pagdating po ngayong July, meron po tayong 50,000 na inaasahan natin bago matapos. At batay po dito, meron pa rin tayong natitirang 117,000. Ngayon ma'am, kanina binanggit mo yung may mga COVID. Nag-uusap nga kami kanina ni Vice Chairman Alvarado. Paano naman po yung ating mga kababayan na may sakit? Ano po ang sitwasyon nila doon? At meron po ba tayong pag-alalay?
Actually, Your Honor, DOLE is giving assistance financial assistance dun po sa may mga COVID. But the embassy, of course, if they do not have insurance or their employers do not take care of them, we take care of them, Your Honor. We use also the Assistance to Nationals Fund. But now, sir, the biggest problem of DFA now is Jeddah because the wards are infected. So we need to be able to isolate them. Kasi po yung structure ng Consulate General, yung shelter nasa loob po ng konsulado. So magkakatabi po yung building. Yung male shelter, malapit po dun sa female shelter. And all our diplomats and lahat po talaga nandun sila sa isang isang compound. So we have to be able, they already asked us for a fund request, which we will grant. But we are seeing that this is going to be a problem not only in Jeddah, but in all other posts that have shelters. Kasi po talaga, siksikan po talaga yung mga tao sa shelter. So we have to, parang yung mga We Heal as One centers, Your Honor. Kasi kung nagsishare sila ng bed o nagsishare talaga sila ng facilities, maghahawa-hawa po talaga. And 57 wards na infected is a very, very big number po, Your Honor.
Thank you, Yusek Riola. I'd like to first recognize our distinguished minority floor leader, the Honorable Benny Abante. Good afternoon, Maino. So, yes,
Mr. Chair, meron lang po akong nabasang comment doon sa Facebook Live po natin. At ito po ay galing kay Ricardo Capili Jr. Ang sabi po niya, mapagpalang araw siya daw po si Ricardo Capili Jr., isang stranded OFW sa Alcobar, Saudi Arabia. 2 taon na daw po siyang naghihintay na makauwi sa Pilipinas kasama yung 2 niyang anak. At sa haba daw po ng kanyang laban ay nag-email na siya sa Philippine Embassy sa KSA, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia po siguro yon. At nag-email na rin daw po siya kay Miss Mocha na talaga namang ano yan si Ma'am Mocha talagang mandirigma ng ano yan, ng OWA yan. At iba pang mga agency, pero naghihintay pa rin daw po siya ng response. Baka ikaw po, Ma'am Yusek Ariola, ang pwedeng magbigay ng mas mabilis na response dito kasi expired na daw po yung kanyang ikama ng 4 na taon. At pinabayaan daw po siya ng employer nila at wala daw siyang nakuha sa 21 years na benepisyo at 11 months delayed na daw po yung sweldo niya. At sa kasalukuyan daw po, nakaprocess na yung papel niya sa Ministry of Labor sa Alcobar. At sana po nandito rin yung mga kasama natin sa OWA, Mr. Chair, kasi may sinabi po siya ditong sana matulungan din siyang mag-follow up kay Ma'am Laila ng Pulo OWA. Ayan, meron po ba tayong kasamang mga taga-OWA dito, Mr. Chair?
kasama po natin si OWA Administrator Kakdak sa Zoom. But before natin pasagutin, Vice Chairman Alvarado, we would like to recognize the Honorable Speaker Alan Cayetano. Ito pong si Speaker Alan ang siyang nagsimula nitong panawagan na to na magkaroon tayo ng pangkalahatang pagsasaayos ng ating mga OFWs abroad at kaya nga po yung mga nakauwi dito dun sa flights nila, ito po ay bunga ng kanyang panawagan para sa hearing na to. And so without any more delaying the hearings, can we recognize Speaker Alan who is in Zoom? Speaker Alan Cayetano, magandang hapon po.
Chairman Mike, sa lahat ng ating pong mga kababayan, sa ating chairperson, kay Congressman Mike Defensor, magandang hapon sa inyo. Manifestation na lang gagawin ko, Chairman, para instead of asking questions. First and foremost, can I thank Dole, DOTR, and also DFA na after the first hearing, napabilis yung repatriation. No? Sometimes, you really need fresh eyes or an outside view or someone to convene everyone together para makita yung mga missing elements or yung weakest links sa sistema. So having said that, as we know, kailangan ng full coordination at whole of government approach. When I was in the cabinet representing DFA, madalas ko sabihin na sa ibang bansa, meron one country approach, no? Kasi yung sa embassy, yung nanay o tatay nung embassy at saka nung Philippine contingent sa ibang bansa will be the ambassador. So para siyang mayor or governor o nanay o tatay doon. So whether the labor attaché or the military or police attaché, the trade attaché, all of them coordinate, at the least coordinate, no? They still report to their departments. So ang problema pagdating sa Pilipinas, pag dumating yung isang OFW, so sabihin, ano ka naman documented ka, takbo ka sa OWA, then OWA will say, hindi amin ang training na sa Testa. Testa will say, sa amin ang training, pero yung puhunan sa DSWD yan. DSWD, pagkausap mo, sabi, may yung sa mga anak mo, CHED yan or DepEd, no? So, while they may be correct na talagang there are different departments handling that, when I was Secretary of Foreign Affairs, we had together with Sec Bello, pinatawag namin lahat ng departamento na may kilalaman sa OFW at nagkaroon kami ng interagency. I'm very sad to hear that hindi na naulit yon. So I'd like to ask Sec Locsin and Sec Bello to convene that immediately, or if you're more comfortable, I will ask Chairperson Mike Defensor to do that na hindi formal hearing. But it's only when everyone is in the same room, di ba? I see sa Zoom natin nandiyan si Deputy Minority Leader Garin, no? And she was telling me that that's why pagka may public health crisis, lahat ng former secretaries pinupulong sa isang kwarto. Just like the National Security Council, pag kinunbin mo yan, all the past presidents nandun para makatulong sa crisis. So there's always value of having all the people in one room, no? So I do believe that ang daming programa ng gobyerno pero hindi alam ng mga OFW at ng kanilang pamilya paano i-access to. At kung ma-access man ito, minsan the red tape that still exists causes delays and pain and hurt, and minsan ang reputation tuloy natin pag hindi pa na media, hindi pa gagalaw. So sa maraming mga business ngayon, meron silang parang balay, di ba? So for example, pagka sa Globe o Smart, after a certain amount na yung monthly mo, they will assign to you a balay. Pag naputulang ka or wala ka signal, tawagan mo yon, yun mag-aasikaso. Baka naman during this time of COVID, di ba, we can really have a coordinator, interagency, na pwedeng yun ang magtatawag or kaya isang desk sa bawat departamento na basta OFW sa iyo pupunta, di ba? Kasi tandaan po natin, kung lahat tayo apektado ng COVID-19, doble at triple ang epekto sa OFW. Epekto sa kanya, na pauwi siya, epekto sa kanyang pamilya, na umaasa sa kanyang kita, epekto sa ating ekonomiya. Because yung pinapauwing pera na yan, ay ginagamit din natin sa isang consumption economy katulad nung sa atin. So, yung tama talaga sa OFW, kaliwat kanan. And especially kung hindi sila makauwi kaagad, so at least the rest of society may comfort na kasama nila ang kanilang pamilya, kanilang mga kapitbahay. Pero yung mga OFWs, di ba, continue to suffer pag matagal bago makauwi. So having said that, I'd also like to express yung gratefulness ng Congress sa lahat ng frontliners sa iba't ibang departamento, kay Secretary Locsin for DFA, kay Secretary Bello Nandole, kay Secretary Vince Dizon dun sa facilities nyo sa Clark at saka yung pagpapabilis ng testing at procedures. Of course, kay Secretary Galvez, maraming salamat. And may I just ask that, biblically, yung sinabing, you do the extra mile, you go the extra mile. So like, I'm very sad to hear na there is one area, I think it is in Jeddah, na yung isang area kung nasaan yung isang home kung nasaan yung ating OFWs that kinukup muna ng ating embassy ay nagkakahawaan sa COVID. And although may doktor na pumupunta, medyo dire yung situation nila. So I'd like to ask everyone for the extra effort, di ba? Meaning, for example, my experience sa DFA, pag yung secretary mismo tumawag sa counterpart niya and saying, we know that you're doing everything, pero ganito nangyari sa isa naming ward, can we ask for extra help? Tao din sila di ba? So isipin niyo po tayo, kung tumawag po ang ambassador ng Saudi o ambassador ng South Korea or ambassador po ng India, kung saan marami ditong Koreano, marami tayong Filipino-Indians, di ba? Hindi ba kikilos kaagad din ng departamento natin? During my time, ako pa mismo tumatawag, whether sa DTI yan, sa immigration, pag tinawagan ako ng counterpart ko, no? So whatever we can do for our OFWs, going the extra mile will really pay off. No? So I know you're doing a lot. Alam ko nagkakasakit na yung iba natin mga frontliners. Ilan na sa mga embassy natin ay na-lockdown din. Ang ating mga labor attaché spread thinly na at grabe na rin magtrabaho. But we will get through this precisely kapag we go the extra mile at magtulong-tulong tayo. So again, thank you sa committee at thank you na we're doing all of this. But we really want to have less time dito sa hearings and give you more time to work, di ba? Pero syempre, pag may nakikita tayong pagkukulang, lalo na nung hindi nga makauwi yung mga OFWs, tapos nung nakauwi, masyado silang matagal dito sa Metro Manila at sa facilities, hindi mo maiwasan that as their representatives, we have to step up also. So I'm really hoping that you can call an interagency and then really submit a plan to Congress and we can give your input. Or isama nyo kami sa interagency. Magaling po ang aming committee chair ng sa labor, no? And may malasakit po talaga, pati yung committee chair sa OFWs. So again, thank you very much to our colleagues at sa ating resource persons ngayon. Thank you, Chair Mike.
Maraming salamat, Speaker Alan Cayetano. Kanina po, Speaker Alan, nagpasalamat po on behalf of DFA. Sa inyo rin po, Speaker Cayetano, for this committee hearings for the repatriation dahil nabuksan na po yung mga flights coming to Manila. At ngayong po, didetalye naman namin yung iba pang pagtulong. Of course, sa DFA po kay Yusek Sara, inayos na po namin, Speaker, yung mga repatriation flights. Hopefully po, by first week of August, matapos po lahat, Mr. Speaker. Salamat po, Mr. Speaker, sa inyong pananalita.
Chairman, baka
Yes.
I can add lang na baka pwedeng kunin na rin ng committee sa mga departamento kung ano ang kailangan nila for Bayanihan 2 and for the 2021 budget, di ba? Kasi usually, willing naman magserbisyo ang ating mga kawani ng gobyerno pero wala silang pondo. So this early, let us know na when we take up Bayanihan 2, ano kailangan ng DOLEC, ano kailangan ng DFA, ano kailangan ng ibang ahensya. And then for the 2021 budget, diba, in the same manner na lalagyan na natin ng pondo for vaccine yan para kung magkaroon ng vaccine, kailangan may pondo din yan for contingency sa ating mga OFW. Thank you, Chairman. God bless po.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Sa presentation po ng DFA, nandun na po yung kanilang panawagan sa pondo and I'm sure kailangan na rin po ng DOH at DTI. Mamaya po sa presentation lang, Mr. Speaker, and we will report to you as to the requirements to help our OFWs. Maraming po salamat, Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano. We now,
Mr. Chair.
well, Mr. Speaker, before I proceed, gusto ko lang pong balita rin sa inyo, yung ating minority floor leader po will be turning 52 tomorrow. So happy birthday, the Honorable Minority Floor Leader Benny Abante. Maligayang
Advance
kaarawan po.
happy birthday, Minority Leader Benny Abante.
Yes.
Salamat po, salamat.
Yeah.
Salamat.
Mr.
Abante.
Chair,
Happy birthday!
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair,
Chairman, andyan po ba si OWA admin?
Andyan po. Yes, Mr. Minority Floor Leader.
Meron lang po akong gustong sabihin sa kanya.
Apa. Well, the Honorable Minority Floor Leader, we will continue with the Honorable Alvarado with OWA.
bibigyan ko
And
na
then,
po muna si Minority Leader, Mr. Chair.
Our birthday
Kasi
boy.
regalo ko po sa birthday niya bukas. At sana po umattend siya ng hearing natin ng Meralco bukas, Mr. Chair.
Opo. So, Minority Floor Leader, Mr. Administrator Kakdak is recognized. Go ahead, Minority Floor Leader Abante.
Mr. Chairman, your greeting is good but we need cash. Anyway, admin, meron akong pinorward sa'yo na letter, no? Sa yung office mo kanina on one of the manning agencies we have. I hope that you would just read it, look into it, and do something about it, kapatid. No? Yun lang.
Yes po, sir. I will po.
Mr. Chair,
I will po, sir.
Go ahead, Honorable Alvarado.
mabilis naman po pala yung panawagan ni Minority Leader. Itutuloy ko na po yung katanungan ko kanina, Mr. Chair, para kay Mr. Ricardo Capili Jr. At bago po magbigay ng sagot ang OWA dito, Mr. Chair, kung natatandaan pa nila yung tanong ko, at ang DFA, maaari po ba, Mr. Chair, next hearing ay maimbita po natin si Ma'am Mocha Uson na binanggit po ni Mr. Capili na isa sa kanyang mga sinulatan, Mr. Chair.
Opo. Yes, Administrator Kakdak, please extend our invitation also to your Deputy Administrator, Ms. Mocha Oson. There is a query as regards one of the OFWs who wrote the Honorable Alvarado. So go ahead.
Maraming
Congressman Alvarado.
salamat, Mr. Chair. Sir, nagpa-follow up po itong si Mr. Ricardo Capili. Sa po ay nananawagan na mag-follow up kay Ma'am Laila ng Polo OWA. Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, para po sa kalinawan ng, ng aking tanong kasi medyo matagal pong naputol yung aking tanong kanina, si Mr. Ricardo Capili po ay 2 taon ang naghihintay na makauwi ng Pilipinas, may kasama siyang 2 anak, at 12 years nagtrabaho sa Alcobar, Saudi Arabia, at 11 buwan nang delayed yung sweldo po niya. Paano po ba natin matutulungan si Mr. Capili, OWA, Mr. Chair?
Opo, sir. Ang unang kailangan gawin po namin, sir, ay makalap yung informasyon kay Mr. Capili. Matay, sir, kung sa inyong nabanggit po na kukontakin. That's one. And then bibigyan mo namin ng tulong. Number 2, yung pong mga tao din natin sa Eastern Province, katuwang po natin ang Dole Polo po at ang embahada natin mula sa Riyadh, at idudulog ko po at imumungkahay ko sa kanila mag-join forces, one country team para po matulungan ay ininahanay na po ang mga charter flights, scheduled special flights, sangayon din sa nabanggit ni Yusek Sara, para po makauwi na ang mga kababayan natin sa Saudi at sa ibang bansa. So kailangan lang po namin, sir, sa ayos yung pagkakaroon ng processing ng exit visa ni Mr. Capitan at yung mga kanyang mga anak sa pagkakaunawa ko. And number 2, employer niya ay dapat panagutin din dun sa sinasabing 11 buwan po na kakulangan ng kanyang sahod.
So sa madaling salita, the Honorable Alvarado, ang sinasabi ni Administrator Kakdak, kung pwede mag-coordinate siya sa Polo Office, yung labor office po natin dyan para maisaayos yung kanyang pag-uwi. Tama po ba, Administrator Kakdak?
Mr. Chair, bago ko po pasagutin si Mr.
Yes, sir. Chair.
Mr. Chair, bago ko po hintayin yung sagot ni Mr. Kakdak, ang sinasabi nga po ni Mr. Capili ay wala siyang nababalita ang sagot mula sa Polo OWA. Kaya po siya nagpapatulong na sa atin para po mapabilis yung sagot ng Polo OWA. Dahil 2 taon na po siyang lumalapit dito ay hindi pa rin siya nagkakaroon ng positibong sagot, Mr. Chair. Pwede po ba nating marinig sa OWA kung paano po yung step by step o na gagawin niya, o pwede po bang kay Mr. Kakdak na natin ipadiretsuhin si Mr. Capili para po ma-resolbahan na po yung kanyang problema, Mr. Chair?
I think for purposes of coordination, Mr. Kakdak, we will just forward to you yung pong request to be submitted by the committee. Doon po sa particular na tao na binabanggit ni Honorable Alvarado. Okay po ba, Administrator Kakdak?
Opo, sir. Yun pong proseso ay una, pagka meron tayong kababayan na kailangang may idulog na problema o tulong na kailangan, ay idinudulog po sa ating either embahada o sa ating Philippine Overseas Labor Office, o kaya sa office din po doon. At sabay nun, ay kung may problema sa pasahod ay pinapatawag po yung employer para panagutin patungkol sa pasahod. Kung merong Saudi agency o Philippine agency involved, ibig sabihin ay hindi pa siya matagal na OFW doon, ay pinananagutan din po yan ng agency sa Saudi at sa Pilipinas. At pagkatapos naman po noon ay iaayos yung kanyang pagpapauwi through the granting of an exit visa. Minsan po merong kahirapan o pagtutunggali kasi sangayon sa sistema sa Saudi ay kailangan magbigay ng pahintulot yung employer sa pagpapauwi bago mag-grant yung exit visa ng pamahalaan. So, pag yan po ay nangyari, ay isinasaayos pa ho, nakikipag-usap, humihingi ng tulong sa Saudi government ang mga embassy, polo, ATN at saka yung OWA para po mabigyan siya ng exit visa. At pag nabigyan niya po ng exit visa, sasaayos niya yung kanyang pag-uwi sa pamamagitan ng isang plane ticket. So, yun po ang pinaka-proseso doon. Pero nagsisimula po yan sa pagkakaroon ng initial engagement with the employer para po siya mabigyan ng sahod at mabigyan ng exit visa.
Maraming salamat Mr. Chair, at ipapasa ko po sa committee ito ang lahat po ng particulars ni Mr. Ricardo Capili Jr. upang po matulungan natin siya at ang kanyang pamilya na makauwi na, dahil sabi nga po niya 2 taon na siyang stranded at hindi makauwi. Last question, Mr. Chair, nung June 26 po, nung unang hearing po natin, may mga lumapit po sa Facebook page naman ng House of Representatives. Walang po silang Pilipino na na-stranded naman sa Vietnam. Bagamat ngayon po ay hindi ko na po sila nakikitang nagko-comment, sana po nakauwi na sila. Meron po, tanong ko lang po sa DFA, sa DOLE o sa OWA, meron po ba tayong natulong sa ating mga kababayan na na-stranded sa Vietnam para po sila ay matulungan natin makauwi kung nakauwi na, o meron po ba tayong gagawin na pagtulong sa kanila kung hindi pa po sila nakakauwi? Mr. Chair.
Yes, Yusek Sally. Yusek Ariola, sorry. Yusek Sara.
Your Honor, there's a flight coming in on July 16. That's for Vietnam, Your Honor. So, of course, we are actually combination po sila ng mga self-paid, yung iba pala canceled yung flights and yung iba talaga asking for repatriation. So, we are assuring them that they'll be home on July 16. Actually, sir, mas mapabor po sa atin na maiuwi sila ng mas mabilis kaysa nandun po sila kasi wala na rin po silang panggastos. So, that's why we're making the repatriation faster. But for those who are stranded, then that's the time, sir, that we are giving welfare assistance in places where there's no OWA, sir, and there's no polo.
Mr. Chair, hindi ko na sila nakikitang nagrereklamo ngayon kaya siguro naman ay tiwala naman sila na sila'y matutulungan talaga ng DFA. Ako po may magpapasalamat na lang sa inyo. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Yusek Ariola. Totoo po yun kasi during last hearing, mapapansin ko po na that time yung Vietnam was consistently messaging us. At nitong kailan naman nanawagan na rin ako sa kanila mismo. If they can message me tungkol po dito, ang napansin ko naman marami sa Qatar ang pumasok. So it means nakikita lang may galaw doon sa Saudi Arabia or the other countries, except for, yun nga, nagkaroon ng problema ng kaunti sa Qatar, which you explained. Gusto ko lang explain ulit, Yusek, ang hinihingi ng mga tao ay malaman nila eksakto kung kailan yung coordination. You mentioned kanina, pwede lang gawin yun through their communities and also through the DFA FB page. Tama po ba? So, go ahead, Yusek.
Your Honor, each post, except for our post in China, because there's no FB there, have Facebook pages where they put their schedules also of repatriation. And nandun din po, pinapost din nila doon yung procedure kasi iba-iba yung procedure nila and the email addresses. When all else fails, the DFA na capital has OFW Help po. It's a Facebook page that has a town hall every week. So doon po sila talaga pumasok. Meron din po meron din po siyang messenger service. So kung hindi po nila makontak yung mga ambahada or consulate, they can go directly to us and we will contact the consulates and the embassies for them. Kailangan lang po talaga sila magtiwala. Yung Qatar po, there's already a schedule next weekend or this weekend. I will just have to, I'll give you the date, Your Honor, in a while. Baka magkamali kasi ako. Tapos after this weekend, there's another chartered flight na PAL po.
From Qatar.
Qatar. Yun po
Opo.
talaga medyo nalulungkot po kami na ayaw nilang papasukin yung commercial flights natin na PAL.
Oo nga po
Pero wala po tayong magawa. So we just have to charter the flights.
Mr. Chair, paglilinaw lang po. Kasama po ba sa nababanggit ni Yusek Sara yung may mga visit visa?
Yes, Sir Honor. Actually, lahat po. We are following the marching orders of the President that any Filipino who wants to come home should be brought home. So, inaano lang po natin. Kaya lang, nakikiusap lang po kami sa mga kababayan natin na meron po talagang listahan. Wag po naman sana nating isipin na pwede tayong mag-jump. Kasi, di ba? Tsaka po sana, nangyari po sa amin sa first repatriation namin sa Qatar, may 34 po na nag-no-show. So, that's medyo mabigat po yun kasi hindi po napalitan ng tao.
Yung magastos.
So,
Opo.
so malaking pera po na wala sa atin. So sana
Yusek,
po,
if we can request you, bigay niyo po sa amin yung announcement bulletin kung saan.
yes sir.
Ibibigay ko po sa lahat ng kasama natin sa Kongreso
Yes,
dahil
sir.
sa kanilang lugar, mayroon pong OFW.
Yes, sir.
Para pwede po nilang maipost doon, malaman ng mga pamilya, at least lahat po ng pwedeng communication maibigay natin sa kanila para alam nila yung proseso. I think pagklaro naman sa kanila kung kailan at kung gaano katagal sila maghihintay at anong flight ang kanilang babantayan, sa tingin ko makakalma lahat. No? Kahit nasabihin na 2 weeks from now makakalipad sila, okay na ho yun. Basta klaro sa kanila in 2 weeks, ganitong oras, ito ang flight ko, ay magagawa po yun. So kung pwede lang ho, even with your staff, if
Yes,
you can
Your
give it to us, para ipapa-disseminate ko naman po sa mga kasama natin sa Kongreso, maipaalam nila sa mga pamilya nila.
Yes, Sir Honor. And we just would like to reassure the ones in UAE that every day po may pumapasok na eroplano from the United Arab Emirates because there are 53 flights.
Opo.
Opo. Salamat.
Mr. Chair, meron po bang maibibigay yung DFA, DOLE o OWA na isang bulletin board o kaya isang
Contact numbers.
banner na nandun po lahat ng contact number, pati po pwedeng mga gawin step by step ng ating mga kababayan OFW, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Your Honor, will comply, Your Honor. And we'll also be furnishing Congress the arriving flights per day. Kasi
Yan
yes,
po,
sir.
opo.
We have something that's internal but we'll fix it in such a way that Congress also knows because so that just in case you have your constituents who are arriving also.
Maraming salamat po, Yusek Sara, and to the DFA, of course, DOLE, for also coordinating with you on all this. Gusto ko lang basahin na, Yusek Sara, no, itong mga sumulat sa atin, yung mga PAL flights, Ian Cadawas, Denar Tabahunda, John Michael Combong, Cheryl Embile, ito po'y galing lahat sa Doha. Sa Qatar flights po nila, Diane Pulido, Arlene Pasis Miguel, at muli naman po sa PAL, Romel Crisol, Maria Ann Sarabia. Sa Gulf Air po, Janice Reyes. Cebu Pacific Flight, kay Catherine Baslag, John Emmanuel Flores, Paula Sigilon, Charlene Villar, Cebu Pacific po to, George Dacobor. Gulf Air, Mildred Basilio. Sa PAL po, si May Madarce. Qatar Airways, Mario Santos. Ito, isang pamilya. Amber Lea Santos and Mayumi Santos. One child po to. Tapos, Edralyn Kasidsid sa PAL, lahat po to Doha. Sa Kuwait, meron pong flight from Gulf Air, Dexter Yabut. Sa PAL po, Adrian Cadawas. Sa Emirates, Alexander Pampolino. Sa PAL, Aneli Madarug Palgan, Gilbert Akut. Oman Air, Vicente Bacaya. And sa PAL again, si Kimberly Arieta, Seiji Ramos, Jeneline Francisco, Oman Air. Wency Reynoso, Oman Air. Maria Catherine de Luma, Oman Air. At mula din po sa PAL, Michael Sevilla, Aristotel Amistad, Rafael Martinez, Roberto Rivera, Eden Joy Rogadio. Mula po sa PAL pa rin, Maria Dizon and Brenda Tayaw. Kaya ko po kinukuha to, Yusek, kasi para lang humalinaw sa ating mga kababayan, at least kung makita din nila yung announcements ninyo, ma-post din namin, medyo makakalbang po ang lahat ng pamilya. And ini-encourage po namin yung mga kababayan natin, wala akong problema yan. Please inform your congressmen, ang aming pong komite, and we will coordinate with the DFA and with DOLE para matulungan kayo.
Your Honor, we just like to announce that for Qatar, July 17, those are PAL po yan. Those with existing tickets, that's July 17. July 19, PAL
Teka, ulit po, July,
17 po.
o lahat po na may PAL ticket sa Qatar, July 17 po.
Opo.
Pwede kayong makauwi na.
Yes, sir. Those with existing tickets, July 19, that's a PAL chartered flight. Doon po sa mga, kasi po yung iba, kung
Ma'am,
hindi
ulit po July 17 o 19?
Sir, dalawa. Isa
Dalawa.
po. July 17, sir, PAL, those with existing tickets. And July 19, PAL chartered flight. Dito po yung walang tickets po talaga.
Okay, yung pong may ticket, July 17, yung wala pong ticket, July 19. DFA chartered flight po to.
Yes, sir. And we're working on another chartered flight by the end of the month, Your Honor.
And another chartered flight sa end of the month. So, meron po tayong 4,000 na mga kababayan dyan sa Qatar. Siguro ho, in 1 month, kakayanin natin lahat sila. In one flight po ba, ilan na nakakasakay?
Actually, Your Honor, that's 353, at least 350. Pag-PAL po, pag-PAL.
So more or less, meron po tayong 1,000 na mauuwi coming
Yes, sir.
from Qatar. So yung mga kababayan po nating nanonood at nakikinig, July 17, yung pong may mga ticket, makakauwi na po kayo. At meron pong chartered flight, DFA, July 19. Please coordinate with the embassy.
Yes, Sir Honor. Or they could coordinate with us, OFW Help. That's the Facebook page of, the official Facebook page of the Department of Foreign Affairs here in the Philippines.
OFW Help, sa DFA po yan, para ho ma-coordinate kung ano man problema. Thank you so much, Yusek.
Sir, Your Honor, last po, yung sa Vietnam, final date na nila, na finalized with PAL a while ago, is July 25. So, they're definitely coming home by July 25, Your Honor. Kasi yun po yung pinayagan po ng Vietnam na makapasok po yung eroplano natin sa Vietnam. That's
Okay.
a Philippine Airlines, sir.
Pag-announce kanina ni Congressman Alvarado, Vice Chairman Alvarado dun sa Vietnam, may nag-message naman po sa atin. O yun po, yung mga nakikinig na taga-Vietnam, ngayon lang pumasok, July 25, meron na hong pinayagan ng Vietnam, makakauwi po kayo. Please coordinate with our embassy in Vietnam para maiayos yung lahat ng flight details. Please, yung mga kababayan po natin, pagsabihan nyo rin po yung inyong komunidad dyan para ma-coordinate yung inyong kasalukuyang sitwasyon at ang inyong pag-uwi sa July 25. Okay, are there questions from the floor or from Zoom sa ating mga kasama, our fellow congressmen? Because if not, then we will proceed with the Department of Health's presentation.
Mr. Chair,
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Our Senior Deputy Minority Floor Leader, the Honorable Garin, is recognized.
yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. Tatanong ko po sana ito sa OWA, ito po ay hinaing ng aking mga constituents. We just want this to be verified. Marami po kasi kami mga kababayan na umuwi, medyo pinarating nga sa opisina ko na yung iba, hindi po iba, no, halos lahat po sila, kinakailangan magpa-test pagkadating sa Manila. Well, we accept that and we welcome that. Kaya lang, nagiging problema, pag uwi naman po sa probinsya, another test is required. Dumudoble po ang gastusin ng ating mga OFWs. And there are also varying prices in so far as testing is concerned. So are we giving our OFWs the option to choose which testing center can they have themselves tested? Or merong po bang agreement na sa airport, doon swab na at pagka sila nagpa-test ulit sa ibang laboratory, again magbabayad po sila ulit. Ano po ba ang status nito?
Before we proceed, Honorable Garin, can you hear us? Honorable Garin?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Honorable Garin.
Malinaw na malinaw po kayo, Mr. Chair.
Opo. We now proceed to Administrator Kakdak. You're recognized.
Opo, salamat po sa tanong, Madam Congresswoman, Mr. Chair. Ang basic process po is swabbing upon arrival at the airport for all, not just OFWs but arriving overseas Filipinos. And then, ito pong halaga ng testing ay hindi na ho natin isinasaalang-alang kasi salamat po sa PhilHealth ay sinasagot po ng PhilHealth yung testing dito sa airport. Really just to describe the process, maghintay ng PCR sa IAT proseso, in about the same time, 3 to 4 days, ay lumalabas ang resulta at naidadala na po natin. In the case of your constituents, Madam Congresswoman, naidadala na po natin ang mga constituents ninyo sa NAIA 2. And on the same day, usually panggabi po yung ating mga sweeper flights, charter flights, ay naidadala na po sila sa Region 6, sa Iloilo, sa Negros Occidental. At ngayon po, ang nangyayari po ay the LGUs have the authority to conduct their own medical protocols upon arrival. And aaminin po namin, Madam Congresswoman, ang agam inyo sa proseso namin. Kasi ho, ang nangyayari, ang swab testing, LGUs, and some cases, hindi naman po lahat, ay after the ngayon, ang tanong, sino ho nagbabayad dun sa swab testing at saka sa 14-day quarantine period? Dun sa 14-day quarantine period in hotels, OWA din po ang sumasagot in some cases, not all, in fairness to most LGUs. But in some cases, like in Iloilo, in Bacolod, tayo pa rin po sa OWA ang nag-shoulder ng quarantine stay in hotel facilities identified in Bacolod or in Iloilo. Doon naman po sa swab testing, mixed po. Merong cases na merong sinasagot ng LGUs, merong cases na tila pinasasagot po sa OFWs, at meron din po cases na sinasagot ng OWA. But rest assured, Madam Congresswoman, ready po tayong tumulong sa swab testing ng mga OFWs natin, pero sa ganang amin po, that's sort of beside the point. Kasi sa tingin po namin, wala po dapat na swab testing that will happen in the first place. Kasi na-swab test na po sila, ma'am, dito sa Metro Manila.
Maraming salamat po, no? Although putol-putol yung narinig kong sagot mo, klaruhin ko lang po. Unang-una po, nasabi niyo po, sir, na the cost does not matter. For us kasi it matters eh. Kasi kung mataas ang po, madi-deplete rin ang PhilHealth. Hindi po kasi bottom line ang PhilHealth. Pangalawa, the OFW should be given an option to choose kung saan silang testing laboratory pwede. Kasi kung kunyari, before sila dumating, kailangan magpa-book or kailangan nilang magpa-test. Tapos ang bayad, ipagpalagay natin 5,000 ba, 4,000 ba, 3,000 ba. Pero marami po kasing testing centers who are only asking for a PCR testing fee of 1,700, minsan 1,500, minsan 1,800. Tama po yun. Libre po yung sinasabi, pero marami pa rin po talaga ang sinisingil. At sinasabi na i-reimburse na lang. Doon naman po sa iba, if their manning agency pays for it, nangyayari naman po kasi doon, sir, is salary deduction din yun. So, at the end of the day, it is still passed on for overseas workers. So, mas maganda rin po siguro kung mabigyang tugon ang presyo ng PCR test. Kasi, double jeopardy dahil nawalan na nga ng trabaho, maghahanap pa sila ng pambayad ng PCR test. And even despite the fact that it is being said it's charged to PhilHealth, many testing centers are not considering that. Kaya nga po, yung iba, kailangan mong magbayad in advance. Yung iba naman, kailangan mong magpabayad sa iba. But I believe this is not only for OFW, sir. Sa pagkakaintindi ko, maski yung returning residents or returning balikbayans or returning students are also required to pay a testing fee at the airport. Kaya hindi lang po ito OWA concern. Pero pagkalabas naman po nila, if they're going to another hospital or another clinic or another institution, nagbabayad din po ulit. So I hope this system can be corrected para naman po, so that we can bring down the cost of testing. That's number one. Number two, so that results will also be faster. Because many laboratories does not have, the capacity is not being utilized. Yung iba naman, na ma-maximize na yung capacity nila. Well, basically, ang punto natin dito, PCR testing should be affordable, available, and results should be within 24 to 48 hours because it makes a lot of difference. And we cannot just solely rely on PhilHealth. Dapat iniingatan din po natin yung PhilHealth dahil pagka mataas po ang cost ng testing at mataas ang ating nire-refund sa PhilHealth, nawawalan po tayo ng ating budget for other public health illnesses. Kasi sa dami po ng step ngayon, hindi lang po COVID ang inaasikaso ng PhilHealth. At sa pagkakaintindi natin, hirap na po sila dun sa kanilang pondo.
Admin Kakdak.
This is a matter, yung costing po, which we could refer to our task group on returning Filipinos. It's a little bit beyond our scope sa OWA. As I said po, yung Suriname kanilang and welfare ay released out of the airport, but we know for sure na yung task namin sa IATF very well discussed this matter on the costs ng swab tests, but rest assured po, as far as we know, hindi po nagbabayad ng OFWs. We make sure that they get the results on time sa IATF automated system po yan, that they get direct emails of the test results. And as I said, on average, 3 to 4 days. Meron hong 2 days, as early as 2 days nakukuha. And we bring them home. We bring them straight to the airport and home within a day from the time they know about the test results. Now, dun sa costing po, ma'am, we could very well take this up in our task group at the IATF, ma'am, and note the concerns po with regard to costing.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. At yung iba naman po, kung sinasabi niyo po naman na within 24 hours, dumidiretso na sila sa probinsya. Kung dumidiretso po sila sa probinsya, baka naman pwede pong doon na sila i-test. First, we will decongest Metro Manila. Second, we will not be repeating the test. Kasi nga po, yung experience na ibang LGU, negative sila dito pagdating nagpo-positibo sa probinsya. If they're being tested in the province, then why don't we adjust it na yung mga probinsyang may testing centers, doon na sila i-test. That way, we limit the expenses on having them quarantined here in Manila, in Metro Manila, and at the same time, we avoid testing them again for PCR testing. So we don't eat up the capacity kung saan marami naman pong iba ang nangangailangan rin na test. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Honorable Garin. Ito pong DOH nandito rin po sa atin. Maybe we can hear from them when they present as regards the testing, as you mentioned. But I agree with you, the Honorable Garin, on your suggestion. And if there are no more questions, the Honorable Garin and the others.
Mr. Chair, if I may, relating to the OWA.
Ay, opo. I'm sorry. Ma'am Garin, okay na po kayo, no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that, Honorable Garin, and we will take note of that when we go to the DOH discussion. We now proceed to the Honorable Ebcas. Honorable Ebcas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon to my colleagues and to all the source person. This is only a comment. I think that the OWA program, Balik Pinas, Balik Hanap Buhay, should coordinate with the Balik Probinsya program. It is without a doubt that most of our country's economic growth is based in Metro Manila. However, the facts highlights that there are more opportunities in the provinces. Also, with the 20,000 assistance given to the OFW under this program, it is ideal to form such businesses in the provinces where the cost of materials and labor is substantially lower compared to the national capital region.
OWA?
Opo sir, we will take that suggestion po seriously. Right now po we are discussing the matter with our partner agencies such as DTI and Department of Agriculture. Also the DILG in terms of some opportunities offered by LGUs with respect to the prospects, business prospects sa mga regions po. But we agree with you, sir, that our livelihood program should be geared toward the best possible business or livelihood opportunities for our returning OFWs para po masiguro natin na ang pera gamitin sa pagpondo o di kaya panimulang negosyo, puhunan para sa panimulang negosyo o di kaya pandagdag puhunan sa mga negosyo na umaandar na. So, salamat po sir sa suggestion.
Mr. Chair, yun lang tanong ko at saka salamat, Administrator.
Thank you so much, Honorable Ebcas. Sa ating po mga kasama, the Honorable Rimulya, would you like to ask questions? Okay. Sa OWA lang po, Honorable Kakdak, kasi kanina po napag-usapan na namin ng DFA, medyo talagang dito sa mga ginagawa ng DFA na repatriation flights, naubos na rin po yung pondo. And I'm sure na sa sitwasyon nyo po ngayon, nagkakaroon na rin po kayo ng problema because you do not just handle and support the repatriation, but you are also handling the reintegration of our people. At pati ho yung pag-uwi na dito, pagdating sa airport, kung anong mga kailangang suporta, kayo din po ang nag-handle. Kamusta po, Administrator Kakdak, yung ating sitwasyon sa pondo na inyong pangangailangan para maalalayan ng ating mga OFWs?
Yes po sir, ang expenses po natin at this stage stands at 1.2 billion. That includes yung accommodation, food, and transport. Yung mga accommodated na po natin sa mga hotels is approaching the 40,000 mark. Yung mga naibilit na po natin sa hotel sa Metro Manila. Yun naman pong na-transport natin, pauwi natin sa mga probinsya ay umakyat na po sa 86,000 since May 15. 86,000 na po ang nakauwing OFW sa kanilang mga home regions, LGUs, probinsya. But we got a needed boost po. Laking pasasalamat po natin kasi si Secretary Bello sumulat kay Secretary Abisado maybe a month ago. And about 2 weeks ago, we got a needed boost. We got a 5 billion peso boost from the DBM attributed to our emergency repatriation fund, which is exactly the kind of fund that we need. Yan po yung 150 million fund na naubos na at the beginning of the year. So ngayon, kinargahan ng DBM ng 5 billion divided into 2 billion in the third quarter and 3 billion in the fourth quarter. At meron na po tayong financial plan na inihanay. Essentially, again, expectedly, iikot po sa food, accommodation, transport, yung gastusin natin may instruction din po si Sec. Delio na maglaanan ng pondo para sa financial assistance sa mga naita-transport natin. Meron na rin pong kaukulang instruction patungkol sa cremation and funeral services. Kasi po kung baka nabatid nyo na rin po, nung July 10, nagkaroon po ng first ever mass repatriation of human remains ng OFWs na naipon po yung mga OFWs na namatay sa Saudi na kinakailangan ibalik dahil nagkaroon ng lockdown and limited government services doon. Kaya nagkaroon ng mass repatriation ng 49 caskets, 49 OFWs na namatay sa Saudi. Kaya meron pong pangalawang batch nitong linggo na dadating, mga halos 60 naman po yun. Kaya may karagdagan na tayong expense item which is yung tulong natin sa cremation at funeral ng mga funeral services ng mga nanunumbalik na OFWs na mga nasawi para sa kanilang mga pamilya. So, all told, we got a needed boost. Thank you to DBM. At magpapasalamat din si Sec. Delio dito sa naisagawa ng DBM, and we are slated po to engage yung mga different expenses at services po na kinakailangan ng OFWs until the end of 2020.
Thank you so much, Administrator Cantac. Katulad po nung kanina pinag-usapan kasi, kung may requirement man po sa pondo, pangangailangan, Congress is here. No? We will be discussing the Bayanihan to Heal Part 2, including the budget. Pwede hong magkatulungan dyan para malalayan yung ating mga OFWs. Particularly, pagka nauwi po natin silang lahat, yung pong reintegration program, ano yung pwede natin ibigay na tulong, credit facility to support our OFWs and their families.
Yes, sir. Sir, if I may add, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, if I may add, I need to thank the Congress as well, the Speaker, the Senate President, kasi talagang nag-all-out support po kayo na supportahan ang overseas employment services natin, whether it's OWA or DOLE or DFA. At nakita rin po yun na bibigyan ang kinakaukulang aksyon ng national government din para supportahan ng overseas employment programs po natin.
Thank you.
And we are willing to submit po our program and budget for the integration.
Salamat, Administrator Cantac. Rest assured, we will be here to support whatever programs you have for the OFWs, no, para ma-reintegrate sila. Before we proceed to the presentation of Testa, kung pwede pong makausap natin si General Manager Ed Monreal of CAAP. Do we have him on Zoom? CAAP General Manager Ed Monreal.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. I'm not the general man from CAAP, sir. I'm from MIA, sir.
I'm sorry, ano po ang...
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Ano pong, Mr. Monreal, ano pong posisyon nyo sa CAAP?
Wala, hindi po ako sa CAAP, sa MIA po ako. I think somebody from CAAP is representing CAAP, sir.
Saan siya? MIA, okay, sorry. Anyway, pasensya na po kayo. We would like to request CAAP, Mr. Monreal, but thank you for being here, MIAA. And I'm sure nakasuporta rin naman po kayo doon sa mga agencies na sumasalo dito sa ating mga OFWs. Can we have the representative of CAAP, please? Nandiyan po ba sa atin?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Members of the committee. My name is Attorney Roberto, Head Executive Assistant for CAAP, representing CAAP today. Mr. Chair.
Attorney
Buenaventura, sir.
Okay, Attorney Buenaventura. Quick question lang po, kasi ang DFA nag-present dito sa amin. Ang program po natin by the end of the month we will be having, first let me thank you, kasi ito po mga flights natin from the time na nagkaroon ng hearing. 53 flights from UAE, 21 flights from Qatar, 42 flights from Saudi Arabia. Ang target po natin ngayon, 50,000 Filipinos by July. Opo. Ngayon, we have 117,000. Hopefully, we can finish all of this by August. Do you agree with the program, and do we have your commitment para po dito na maiuwi natin yung ating mga OFWs and that the flights will be allowed coming back or coming home to Manila?
Mr. Chair, as previously committed by our Deputy Director General during the last hearing, all of the DFA endorsed flights, sir, we are approving them. Lahat po ng applications na approve namin, and we also sought an increase with the ATF to increase the limit of passengers per day. So lahat naman po ng kailangan gawin is ginagawa po ng CAP para po ma-comply, ma-achieve po natin itong goal.
Maraming salamat po, Attorney Benaventura. Ngayon po, meron kayong mga ibang airports kasi na hindi pinapayagan na maaari pong mapabilis yung ating pag-uwi. Meron po sa Iloilo International Airport, Lawag International Airport, Bacolod Silay Airport. Ito po yung malalaking nakikita kong Surigao Airport is also here. But anyway, Attorney Benaventura, bakit po yung ibang airports hindi pinapayagan? Kunyari po, I would assume, no? Sa norte, kung papayagan ang flight sa Tuguegarao, or let's say dito po sa Iloilo International Airport, Lawag International Airport for the north, baka mas madalian po kayo para sa pagpauwi ng ating mga OFWs.
All right, Mr. Chair. Sir, we would just like to manifest that since the start of the GCQ, actually even before that, all our airports are open and operational. What is limiting the operations now is the LGU prevailing policy on allowing commercial flights to these airports, sir. So as soon as these LGUs would permit the operation of commercial flights, ready naman po kami ang CAAP to cater to all these flights kung kailangan po, sir.
So the LGUs are the ones preventing the flights?
Basically, sir, because of their outstanding issuances on the limitations of movement of passengers and movement within the locality.
Okay. Pero, well, siguro naman po, kung ito'y, kunyari, chartered flight, assuming lang, kunyari, sa Lawag, isang eroplano pupunta na direkta dyan sa Lawag, it would be more convenient for our OFWs. But having said that, kayo na po rin na naman nagbanggit na LGUs, maybe just a matter of coordination. I'm sure kung malalaman din naman ng mga provincial governments na kababayan nila yung uuwi. In fact, it will even help Yusek Sara na sila na rin mag-provide nung center so that they can be quarantined and they can be tested. Mas madali hong ma-coordinate. Andun na rin yung kanilang pamilya. So, yun po. From our members of the committee in Zoom, do you have any questions sa atin po dito? Kung wala na, we will thank Attorney Benaventura. Salamat po, Attorney Benaventura. Please extend our thanks to CAAP for immediately responding to our request na makauwi yung ating mga OFWs. Rest assured, you will also have our support. Maraming salamat po, Attorney Benaventura. So with that, we now proceed to Testa. Testa, do you have a presentation?
Yes, Mr. Chair. We have a presentation. A pleasant good afternoon to the Honorable Chairman, Michael Defensor, and members of the Committee on Public Accounts, as well as to my fellow colleagues in the government and all the resource persons who are present in this meeting. On behalf of our Director General, Secretary Isidro La Peña, I would like to thank you for inviting us at this particular public hearing to share with you our programs and services in relation to our OFWs. Next slide. Honorable Chair and committee members, we would like to emphasize the crucial role of TVET in economic recovery and progress. Our OFWs are our strongest and most important resource. The displaced and affected workers need to be upskilled and reskilled. We are also pleased to inform this committee that Testa has been implementing various interventions for our OFWs in coordination with other government agencies, particularly DOLE, OWA, and POEA. The OFWs, especially the returning OFWs, is one of the Testa's priority clientele, including, of course, our displaced workers. We have, of course, the number one of our array of programs are the scholarship programs, both overseas scholarship programs. We offer it on-site. Meron kami tinatawag na on-site scholarship programs. Ito po ay ginagawa namin in collaboration with Apollos, which also implements with us the overseas scholarship program that provides free training and competency assessment to our overseas Filipino workers. We also provide them free assessment fees, and they can take their competency assessment in their place of work, and it is being paid for by Testa. The assessment is being done in accredited overseas assessment centers in partnership with Apollos. The Testa online program has long been implementing, Testa has long been implementing the TOP or the Testa online program, which can be accessed by interested individuals. Being in existence since May 2012, the utilization of the Testa online program was intensified to make Filipino citizens abroad more productive during their lull hours, or even so with this pandemic. Currently, the TOP offers a total of 70 online courses available at eTesta Learning Portal, where they can access courses on agriculture, automotive, electronics, entrepreneurship, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration, human health, care, information and communication technology, lifelong learning skills, maritime, social, community development, and other services. We have also programs on trainer methodology and tourism. On-site assessment programs, also one of the notable program of the agency, is extending its services for free assessment and certification. In 2019, a total of 2,315 OFWs were assessed at 85.40 certification rate. This translated to 1,977 OFWs certified from Hong Kong, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, Singapore, and United Arab Emirates. We also have our OFW help desk. We created this in conjunction with our Testa Order number 149, series of 2018. 5 international airports, namely NAIA Terminals 1 and 3, Clark International Airport, Mactan International Airport, and Davao Francisco Bacoy International Airports, have put up previously Testa OFW Help Desk. This was established on April 2018 to assist our returning OFWs. These OFWs help desk attend to queries mostly on competency assessment, certification, authentication, and verification of national certificates, and of course scholarship programs. As of 31 May 2020, a total of 3,116 OFWs were given government assistance specifically on scholarship, followed by Testa OFW Desk and other services. These programs and services extended, of course, to our OFWs. Next, Testa, under the direction of the Director General Secretary Isidro La Peña, also pushes for other reforms and programs for our OFWs, especially those repatriated and returning to the country. Testa has provided training programs to repatriated OFWs through the efforts of the regional and provincial offices. In order to facilitate the registration of the returning OFWs, Testa had launched the Testa Abot Lahat ng OFWs app. Interested OFWs who want to avail of Testa programs can register online through a mobile application. Through the Testa app, which can be uploaded on both Google Play Store and App Store for free, the OFWs can be able to register online. The online registration form captures basic information of the OFWs, such as their personal and professional information, their location in their return to the Philippines, and the skills training they need. The Testa field offices coordinates with the returning OFWs who registered through this application. We are also pursuing at Testa the profiling of the OFWs in coordination with OWA to determine their skills and experiences. We are exploring the possibility of tapping these OFWs as trainers, assessors, and experts in various TVET programs. They could bring in new expertise, new technologies, as we provide alternative employment locally and in a way an opportunity for our country's brain gain. Kaalaman, which is knowledge. This is, of course, OFWs are being tapped as trainers and assessors, which is linked to a reintegration program for OFWs. Kakayahan or skills capacity building. OFWs as technical earth experts. Testa to tap returning and retiring OFWs in the development of competency standards for new and emerging and advanced technology. Kabuhayan or livelihood, OFWs as urban farmers. Testa to provide free agri-training to OFWs in partnership with DOTR, PNR, local government units for the use of land and buyer of produce from the program. These programs and services extended to OFWs illustrates how the convergence among Philippine government agencies comes at the best time. Honorable Chair and members of the Committee of Public Accounts, this is in brief our Testa response and way forward beyond COVID-19 as we transition to the new normal. Thank you.
Thank you, Testa. Deputy Director Ordinator, one question. Meron po ba kayong training for contract tracing para po dun sa ating mga kababayan, hindi lang po sa OFWs pero sa lahat? Kasi isa yan sa mga mabigat na ating kailangan isagawa sa ngayon. Tumataas po talaga yung COVID. Do you have that program, contract tracing?
Sir, we're developing our curriculum to date with the Department of Health. We are in partnership with them. We are still developing the curriculum, but we shall be implementing this program as soon as we develop the curriculum.
Kailan po ninyo matatapos to, ma'am?
Sir, within this month.
Sige po, can we expect that program to be launched in 2 weeks?
Yes, Sec. Yes, Kong. Apa.
Maraming salamat, Director. I think that's one critical program that we need to push para matulungan yung ating mga kababayan, hindi lang po sa ating mga OFWs. Maraming salamat,
Mr.
Director
Chair.
Doneta. I'm sorry. The Honorable Alvarado is recognized.
Mr. Chair, meron lang po akong nag-iisang katanungan sa OWA, ay sa TESDA. Yung po bang mga programang nabanggit ng TESDA, kasama po ba pati yung mga kababayan natin na OFW na visit visa lamang yung hawak, Mr. Chair?
Congressman Alvarado, wala po kaming pinipili actually because of yung inclusiveness ng aming programa. In fact, ang talaga pong pinupunto ng aming sekretarya ay TESDA abot lahat. So, pati po yun kasama.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, TESDA.
Maraming salamat, Director Buenaventura.
Mr. Chair.
Yes. Yes, Honorable Garin, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Magandang hapon din po sa ating TESDA family. Ang ipaparating ko lang po ito, Mr. Chair, kasi sa dami po ng magagandang programa ng TESDA, ang napapansin ko po, meron po kasi sila dinidikta na mga kurso, lalo na sa mga probinsya. And almost always our problem is this is not actually aligned to the people being hired by companies. Ang kagaya po nung aming panawagan na sana po magkaroon ng training on PCO. PCO is actually Pollution Control Officer, and the Honorable Chairman, former Secretary of Environment, si ating pong butihing Congressman Mike Defensor, alam niya po that this is actually a mandatory requirement of many companies. And we look at it as an opportunity. Ang dami po kasing nangangailangan noon, pero hanggang ngayon hindi po napupunuan. And I have conveyed this concern to Testa, which until now has not been acted upon. Marami po kasi tayong OFWs na umuwi ng Pilipinas, na dala-dala nila yung kanilang experience from abroad. So while working, syempre ibang sweldo sa labas, ibang sweldo sa Pilipinas. But if they are concurrently trained to act as pollution control officers, ang mahal po kasi, I think the cost for training is somewhere around 15,000 per trainee. At kaya po hindi nakakapag-train yung karamihan dahil hindi po nila ma-afford. Minsan po umaabot po ng 20,000, lalo na po kapag live-in, stay-in yung training. So with this pandemic, and because it's actually a requirement and many companies are actually looking for it, sana po mabigyan tugon ito ng Testa. Pangalawa po, Mr. Chair, marami pong mga security guards ang na-hire na nahihirapan I think it's the next step. Parang there are 2 trainings on security services, 2 or 3. Meron po mga natitrain sa una, hindi na po nakakapagpa-train sa pangalawa dahil po hindi na nila kaya. And in this time of pandemic na marami silang kamag-anak na umuwi, mas lalong kailangan nila na yung pondo nila, yung sweldo nila, ipahiram o itulong sa kanilang kamag-anak. Panawagan ko ito paulit-ulit, hindi lang po dun sa aking distrito, but I hear this from a lot of colleagues. Ang problema lang po, pagka may pondo ang Testa, either walang service provider or kung meron mang service provider, the usual answer of Testa to us, hindi pwede yung pondo. Parang, eto lang ang pwede. Karamihan po, mga food processing, yung kung merong mga ready na kit. The problem there is, papatrain yung iba para lang makuha yung lutuan, yung steamer, yung mga gamit. But when it comes to provision of livelihood, hindi po talaga siya pang long term. So maybe we can request Testa to do away with all these practices that our constituents are being made captive to selected courses. At ang palagi po kasing sagot sa amin, meron na po kasi itong kit available sa central office, so we have to use this training. Mas maganda po kasi na if we focus on the need rather than the want, then the training will have a bigger impact on our public.
Testa is recognized.
Yes.
Testa, go ahead.
Okay, thank you po. Congresswoman Garin, thank you for providing us with that particular information. We'll coordinate directly with our regional director on this pollution control officer. Maraming salamat po because we're now also trying to come up with programs like waste management sa garbage collection. This one will also provide us with new program offerings, and we'll try to coordinate also with DENR on the possibility of partnering with them in coming up with competency standard as well as curriculum. Yun naman po sa mga siguro po yung binanggit nyo, yung tungkol sa mga toolkit sa STEP, kasi meron po mga nangyari noon na meron po kami mga, when I was still a regional director in Region 7, I'm not saying it happened in Region 6 po. May mga, kasi pag pumupunta po kami sa mga congresspersons noon po, nahihirapan po kami talaga to identify the programs. So, ang mga nangyayari po is yung mga previous na lang na mga programa yung ibinibigay namin. But rest assured, at this point po, lalo na sa mga experiences natin ngayon, talaga pong we're trying very hard. Tama po yung sinasabi nyo na talagang needs-based po at saka kung ano po yung requirement dapat ng region, area-based, so that we would really assure the mga opportunities para po sa mga tao at hindi lang po masayang ang training at hindi lang yung basta lang makapag-training ang TESDA tapos na. Ngayon, ang sinasabi po namin, it has to really provide the person livelihood as well as employment opportunities. Thank you for that particular comment po, and we'll take note of that in our future policies and program implementation.
Yes, ma'am. Kasi masyado pong nagiging restrictive. In fact, even in my district, came to a point last year that I had to turn down the training. Kaya sayang din yung allocation kasi may binibigay na allocation pero pinipilit pa rin kami dun sa food processing or merong courses na talagang hindi naman nagagamit na. I mean, it can be, ang magagamit lang talaga nila yon yung binibigay na toolkit, yun yung hinahabol. Pero aside from that, walang long term eh. But if we talk about like training on becoming security guard, training on becoming pollution control officers. Let's say kung agriculture yung pag-uusapan, at least man lang meron silang mapupuntahan na lupa or meron silang, there are like farms or corporate farmers that we can refer them to. No? Kasi kung tuturuan lang natin sila na basics of agriculture and then we just give them a toolkit and that's it, hindi po talaga nila nagagamit. No? Lalo na kapag isa pa rin po doon, ang layo po minsan ng training center nyo, and it defeats the purpose of training them because you have to choose people in the city who are actually not really into farming. So there's really a lot of mismatch, and I know that these challenges, once addressed, will actually make Testa a really an opportunity for everybody to work. So baka po pwedeng matingnan yun, maunan yun, andun na yung contact tracers, even actually, Mr. Chair, even people manning the quarantine centers, because we don't know if this will still take long. So if we have, even our barangay health workers, allowance lang naman po kasi sila, if we are going to train them to handle quarantine centers, then magkakaroon sila ng hanap buhay.
Yes, ma'am.
Basically, those are the three factors. Security guard officers, security officers, pollution control officers, and then we have those related to pandemic response.
Yes, ma'am. We'll take note of that, and we're now trying also to propagate the barangay health services na mga programs namin for us to be able to really multiply yung mga barangay health workers in the barangay. Salamat po, and that is well noted.
Ma'am, sorry, dagdag ko lang po pala. With the impact of pandemic and under the new normal, marami pa po kasi tayong kababayan, especially in the provinces, na gusto rin Manilang matuto ng mga online orders, online business, online procurement, merong mga beat cards. Marami pa rin po kasi sa probinsya ang hindi ganun kabisado yung IT, simply because it's all theory and they don't have the actual opportunity to touch a computer or to learn IT. So maybe you can have like a refresher course for our senior citizens, or let's say a refresher course on IT for our 50 years old and above, or 60 and above, or 70 and above. Because at this point of time, we have to loop in everybody to what the technology calls for, because it is part of the new normal. And chances are, even after the pandemic, that will be the new way of life.
Tama
so
po
that can actually prepare them.
Yes, kasi we also have this in what we call the 21st century skills, and what you're talking about is part of that. Opo, isasama po namin yan in the future school offerings of Testa.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am. No? So that mas marami pa po ang makatake advantage ng online selling, work from home, even the divers, they're now shifting into IT. Even the people you have trained for yung bilot, ang dami po sa kanilang kailangan bigyan ng basic inputs on technology. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat din po.
Thank you so much, Honorable Green. Thank you so much, Director Benaventura of TESDA. Andito po sa atin si
I'm Director Urdaneta.
I'm sorry, Director Ordinator of Testa. Maraming salamat, Director. We have here the Department of Health. Kanina may tinatanong si Congresswoman Garing, and I think it's very, very critical. We share her sentiment regarding dun po sa testing. Director Salcedo, if I'm not mistaken, of the Bureau of Quarantine is here. Ito po bang mga OFW po natin, pinagbabayad ba ho natin pagka sila'y umuwi, nagkakaroon ng test? Director Salcedo, DOH, please respond. Department of Health.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning po. I'm Dr. De La Rina in behalf of the Director Salcedo. Can I answer the question po?
Go ahead.
Sa ngayon po, sir, all the testing done in the airports are under PhilHealth po.
So wala pong binabayaran ng ating mga OFWs?
Ang pagkakaalam po ay wala po dahil po sagot po sila ng universal healthcare po.
Magkano po ba ang bayad pagka po binabayaran sila ng universal healthcare under PhilHealth? Yung pa rin po bang dati nating fee na 4,000?
Naglabas na po ng panibagong rate po ang PhilHealth sa pagkakaalam ko po. Binaba na po nila sa 3,400 po sa pagkakaing mga laboratories. Dati po ay iilan lang po yung nagko-conduct po ng test. Ang nangyayari po talaga nung mga nakaraang buwan at mga nakaraang linggo po, overwhelmed po talaga yung ating testing sa airport. At ngayon nga po nagkaroon ng initiative po na magpapasok na po ng mga third party sa ating mga paliparan para po yung mga arriving OFWs po ay mapabilis po yung kanilang pagkuha ng result. May mga laboratories po na nag-offer po ng second swabbing pag nasa facilities na po yung mga OFWs, yung mga OFs po. Yun po yung mga kinukuha ng mga nasa quarantine facilities na po, yung mga naiinip na po, yung mga nagmamadali pong kumuha ng kanilang result. Sila po yung nag-initiate po na magpa-swab po ulit para lang po mapabilis. Kasi may mga ibang laboratories po na nag-offer ng 1 day, makukuha na po yung resulta. 2 days, makukuha na po yung resulta. At hindi po namin ini-discourage, pero dahil nga po gusto nga po nilang mapabilis po yung kanilang pagtuloy po.
If this is the case, no, hindi po ba mas nararapat that we give everybody a choice? No, kunyari, part na ng agreement nyo, you lay down all the laboratories and then gaano katagal yung resulta, magkano yung presyo. Para po, so that's why, because when there's competition, prices will go down. Okay lang po sana kung yung mga negosyante yung dumarating. Pero yung pong ating mga returning residents, yung ating mga balikbayan, o yung mga Pilipino abroad na nawalan ng trabaho, o yung ating mga OFW, o yung may mga namatayan ng kamag-anak, or hindi na sila Filipino citizen, pero at Filipino descent, nawalan ng trabaho abroad, babalik na ngayon sa pamilya nila dito. Hindi po kasi, I hope you won't mind, sir, no? I cannot link and frame the reason behind the fact na magpapatest sila ulit dahil gusto nilang magmadaling makauwi. Kung maganda po ang sistema natin ng testing. So siguro like it can be done, pwede naman po yung swabbing sa airport. Pero kung ito-swab doon, pagkatapos matagal ang resulta, then why don't, upon arrival sa airport, they can proceed to their clinics of choice before going to the quarantine center. Para po mas mabilis and then mas magiging mura po siya.
Opo. Pag-aaralan po yan po, i-open ko po yan po sa meeting po ng one-stop shop po. Pero sa ngayon po, ang paniniwala ko po in-open na po nila sa mga third-party laboratory yung swabbing po sa airport. Gaya po ng sabi niyo po, tama po yun na mas maganda po na mas marami po yung nag-conduct po ng testing sa point of entries natin para po mapa-open yung market at mapabilis po yung pagpaprocess po ng RT-PCR po.
Because if you're doing the reservations online, you can also give a long list of choice. No? Mga laboratories, magkano yung presyo, kailan lalabas yung resulta, para naman po na mas mabilis tayo kung masyadong marami at hindi na kaya ng 1, 2, or 3 institutions, then you spread it. Ang importante po kasi dito, hindi sila nagtatagal sa Manila kung kailan nila umuwi ng probinsya at hindi po tumataas ang gastusin nila. Now, be that as it may, Mr. Chair, allow me to gently request the concerned agencies to look into the mechanism. Bakit po ba kailangan i-test sa Manila kung pagdating dun sa ibang probinsya, i-test pa rin ulit? And then why don't we just let them go direct kasi may airports naman tayo sa mga probinsya? Why don't we let them go direct to those airports, have them swabbed and immediately quarantined in those areas? Kasi nagkakaroon patuloy ng second exposure and the quarantine centers are turning out to be petri dishes for 2 major reasons. Pag matagal po lumabas ang resulta, talagang magiging petri dish ang quarantine center. Pangalawa naman po, malaki po masyado yung gastusin kasi marami naman po yung gumagastos, lalo na pagka they have to get a hotel. At may kaya ko man, middle class ka man, lalo na kung mahirap ka sa panahon ito kasi lahat tayo talagang naghihirap at lahat nangangailangan magtipid.
Thank you, Honorable Garin. Doon po sa inyong suggestion, we would like to request the Department of Health to look into that, no? Yung protocols po natin, Yusek, Sarah, if you can also help us with that. Yung binabanggit ni, kasi kanina po nakat kami, hindi ho namin masyadong narinig na pag-usapan, but basically what Congresswoman Garin is saying is that why do we have test in Manila and then pagdating sa probinsya, test ulit? Kawawa naman po, doble-doble. Number 2, please look into this, DOH. Kung marami man choices, I have no problem with that. Kung meron kayong Red Cross, kung meron kayong mga ibang private entities, walang problema. Pero wag pagbabayarin ang ating mga OFWs. They should not be made to pay the testing, which is the complaint that we are getting from our OFWs. So DOH, please relay it to the DOH family and also to PhilHealth. Si Yusek Sarho is still here and she takes note of our suggestion. May katanungan po ba sa ating mga kasama? Okay, kung wala na po, we have the Department of Trade and Industry para po dito sa ating presentation for ito naman po yung mga business, mga tulong nila pagka nandito. But if we may request, unless there are questions, if we may request the agencies, yung DTI, just to submit to us the report para makita namin to at mabasa namin. And of course, doon sa binanggit ni Speaker Alan Cayetano, parang mas maganda magkaroon tayo ng upuan with all the other agencies involved with our OFWs. So we will have a whole approach, yung pong kabuuang pagre-resolba ng mga problema ng ating mga OFWs, pag-uwi dito sa ating bansa at maging dun sa kanilang pagbalik sa probinsya at sa kanilang pamilya at kung anumang negosyo o trabaho ang maitutulong natin para naman may kabuhayan ng ating mga OFWs. I would like to request our members of the committee, if there are questions. I see the Honorable Pineda, kung wala na pong tanong. Sa iba po mga kasamahan natin na nandito, Congressman De Los Santos, Congressman Fortun. If there are no more questions.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Vice Chair Alvarado.
Kung wala na po tayong kasamang magtatanong, ay pinapasalamatan na lamang po natin ang ating mga invited guests at mga members na umattend sa pagdinig na ito. Maraming salamat po at napakalapit po ng puso ninyo sa lahat ng OFW. At humihingi na rin po ako ng paumanhin sa daming sulat ko pong na ibibigay po sa mga agency ninyo. Iyan naman po ay mga comment at nilalapit po na pagtulong ng ating mga kababayan na OFW. Karamihan nga po hindi naman sa distrito ko, karamihan po sa mga ibang distrito. Pero lahat naman po ay kapatid natin, basta Pilipino, kailangan po natin tulungan. At kinukuha ko rin po ang pagkakataon na magpasalamat kay Speaker Alan Cayetano sa kanya pong pagmamahal sa ating mga kapatid na OFW at sa kay Pangulong Duterte sa kanyang pamahalaan na talaga namang ginagawa ang lahat para po sa ating mga kababayan. Alam ko po na marami na tayong mapapauwi, ngunit marami pa rin naiinip sa ibang mga bansa, lalong-lalo na yung mga stranded natin na kapatid na OFW. Sana po ay mas mabilis pa nating magawa ito. At yung sinabi po ni Yusek Ariola na 100,000 within this month ay sana po ay maging makatotohanan po, Mr. Chair. At yun lang po. Maraming salamat po sa inyo, DFA. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Alvarado. I recognize the Honorable Pineda. I see him. Honorable Pineda, would you like to say anything? Ito po yung isa rin sa mga kasamahan natin na nakatutok sa mga OFWs. Congressman Pineda.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Chairman. No, my only concern is there are still a lot of our OFW workers, especially in Dubai, that are still on forced leave of absence. So they are now requesting, or not, more of talagang medyo, they're panicking already because most of them have been on forced leave for more than 2 months. So, I mean, they don't have no means of income, and most of our OFW there are unregistered. So, meaning to say, they went to Dubai as tourists, they applied for a job, so they get a job. Ang problema po, ngayon, karamihan po sila on forced leave, or most of them are receiving only 30% salary. So, talagang ang situation po nila is medyo masama na din dahil, you know, most of these OFWs are renting expensive flats, pero marami sila, siguro mga 8. But it's very expensive for them to maintain it, and parang they have already received the dole-out from OWA, which is about $200, or I don't know how much in their money. But anyway, ang problema po, humihingi po sila ng tulong ngayon dahil talagang kapos po sila, at hindi na po nila alam kung saan po sila lalapit dahil wala ko silang pambayad po ng kanilang apartment, wala ko silang pambili po ng pagkain nila habang naka-forced leave of absence sila dahil talagang hindi ko sila tinutulungan ng kanilang pong employer. That question is to Admin Kakdak.
Admin Kakdak is recognized.
Sir, yun pong assistance na maibibigay natin bilang pagtawid bago po sila makauwi. Gayong nakatanggap na sila nung initial na tinatawag natin Dole ACAP Financial Assistance for displaced OFWs ay in the form of food assistance. At sa Dubai po ay meron tayong food assistance program. Alam ko po na, at alam din naman po ng ating butihing congressman na marami pang kailangan matulungan sa food assistance program. Kaya't patuloy lang po yung efforts natin sa pagbibigay ng food packs sa Dubai. Just last week, nag-replenish tayo ng pondo ng mga polos po natin. Nagbigay tayo ng karagdagang pondo para ma-boost yung kanilang food assistance program efforts. And then, yung pong pagpapauwi naman po nila, we are working closely with the DFA patungkol sa aspeto ng kanilang pagpapauwi. Of course, pagdating nila dito sa Pilipinas, ay mas madali po tayong makapagbigay ng direktsahan tulong sa kanila. Kaya't sa tingin ko po ay may nakaabang na rin mga programa naman sa kanila pagdating nila. Kaya't sa tingin ko po ay ang objective talaga po natin na ay maitawid sila until sila ay makauwi.
Thank you. Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Can we ask from Admin Kakdak, sino po ang kakausapin doon for the food assistance program? Wala po kasi silang alam tungkol po dito.
Opo sir, yung Philippine Labor Office, Overseas Labor Office, headed by our labor attaché. Her name is Felicitas Bay. And then meron din po tayong OWA Welfare Officer po doon, si Melvin Caseda. And of course, we are all under a one country team approach. Meron din tayong konsulada doon ng ating butihing Congen doon. Si Congen
Alvin, if you
Cortez.
can just forward to me the number, naman may Viber number, di ba? So I can forward it
Yes,
to
sir,
them
yes.
in contact person regarding the food assistance program po natin. But for them to receive another dole-out, is that still possible o wala na pong possibility po yun?
Sir, that is still a possibility, sir. Lalo na kung merong padating na legislation na Part 2 po galing po sa inyo, sa Kongreso, sir. So that remains a possibility, sir. Pero aminin ko po, sir, at this stage, we are still in the process of helping the first-time applicants para masiguro po natin na mas marami tayong matulungan. But the short answer is yes, sir. We can, of course, propose or recommend to our good secretary na magkaroon ng second round.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, one more concern. As I mentioned before, the funds coming from OWA and DOLE for the livelihood program of our returning migrant workers, we feel it's not really enough for them to put up a viable livelihood program kasi ang pera lang po ng OWA is 20,000 pesos. And yung programa naman po ng DOLE is tied up with, if I am correct, it's tied up with Land Bank. But that requires certain documents and also guarantees. So ang sabi naman po ni Secretary Bello is that if the DOLE can guarantee, why not? Ang gusto ko lang po sana iparating, Mr. Chairman, is if we can request the DTI through its SB Corporation, which is the one spearheading the providing of loans for micro, small, and medium industry, na mabigyan po ng priority po itong ating mga OFW na bumalik po dito at wala na pong balak na magpa-deploy ulit sa abroad at gusto na mag-livelihood. Kasi po dun sa SB Corp, they can get 100,000 without collateral. So kung pwede lang natin mapag-usapan si Secretary Lopez na mabigyan lang po ng priority yung ating mga OFW sa mga nag-apply. Dahil I think that's the least that we can do for these people na talagang malaki pong sakripisyon ginawa nila sa ating bansa at tayo naman po ngayon ay suklihan po natin ginawa nila para natin. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much, the Honorable Pineda, for that. And of course, yung pong coordination nyo, we will also await that kasi marami rin po mga kababayan natin ang nakabantay dyan. At marami tumatawag individually sa ating pong mga OFW sa kanilang mga representante. So, if there are no more questions...
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Alvarado.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that. Before we end, let me just quickly... Do we hear anyone else?
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you. On behalf of... well, first, let me summarize our agreements. Number 1, doon po sa Qatar, July 17, yung may mga tickets, yung walang tickets, July 19. Sa Vietnam, July 25 po, meron pong lilipad na eroplano pa uwi sa atin. Ma'am, meron pa hong mga nagme-message from Jordan. Hindi pa rin ho nila alam. So, ang sabi po sa atin ng DFA, we still have 117,000. But since the time we started the hearing, we were able to fly more than 50,000. OFWs. Sana po matapos natin ito kaagad and we would like to thank DFA for their help, DOLE for their support, OWA of course. Dire-diretso po tayong lahat sa pagtulong sa ating mga kababayan. Meron po silang hotline, OFW Help. And of course, you can message your particular representatives. Pwede yung parating sa amin and we can also help coordinate it with DFA and the other agencies concerned. Pangalawa, doon po sa testing, malinaw po ang agreement, huwag kayong magbayad. Pag pinagbabayad po kayo, sabihin nyo po kaagad sa amin and we will support and assist you. Hindi na po kailangan kayong magbayad sa inyong pagtetesting. In the next hearing, we will have DTI present yung kanila pong reintegration program. Kasi kanina po, nakita natin ng Testa. Of course, DTI will make their own presentation. So, on behalf of our members, first, we would like to thank our resource person here in plenary, Under Secretary Sara Ariola. Maraming salamat sa inyo. We would like to thank, of course, DOLE and DOH. Nagsalita rin po sila kanina. Our Administrator of OWA, Administrator Kakdak, thank you for all your assistance to our OFWs. Tuloy-tuloy lang po, laban lang po tayong lahat sa trabaho. And Speaker Alan Cayetano, on behalf of Speaker Alan Cayetano, our majority leader is here in plenary. Majority leader Martine Romualdez. Kanina po yan nandito and nakamonitor po yan. Our Senior Deputy Majority Floor Leader, Boying Remulla, is here. Our Chairman of the Committee of Good Government, our Vice Chairman, Jonathan Alvarado. Ang mga kasama po natin, Api de los Santos, Congressman Fortun, Congressman Paduano, Congressman Nagano, Congressman Ilago, Congressman Pineda, Congressman Padiernos, Congressman Garin, Congressman Sabellano, Congressman Gonzales, and Congressman Barbers. Sa lahat po, hindi pa rin po tayo tapos. We will continue monitoring and of course, we will continue helping our OFWs. Yung pag-uwi, iba pa ho yun. Kailangan po matulungan natin sila na magkaroon naman kahit papano ng kabuhayan dito sa ating bansa. So on behalf of the Committee on Public Accounts, we would like to thank again DFA and all our resource persons and our members of the committee. With that motion, this meeting is adjourned.